So what I'm thinking of doing today is I'm thinking of playing around in Standard because I haven't really played much since the ban restricted change. So we'll be changing that over, or well, it has been changed over. So we'll be doing that. I think, despite the fact that spot removal is likely to be more prevalent now, I still want to try out Simic Mutate because it's fun. It's fun. It does dumb stuff. You can have some really broken turns with it. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to try this out and just sort of see how it goes. Actually, I just want to check and make sure. Is my audio okay? Yeah, that should be alright. Anyway, so what's the idea? What is the story with Simic Mutate? Well, Simic Mutate, it is an all-creature deck with Umori the Collector as our companion. However, despite the fact that the companion change has now taken effect, where you have to pay 3 to put it into your hand before you can cast it, it's fine in this deck because we're ramping quite a bit. So, like, what is this deck looking to do? Well, first of all, we're looking to do some little early ramping and stuff, like with either a Boreal Grazer or a Paradise Druid or whichever. And then we're looking to, here's some more ramp, basically. We can mutate Migratory Greyhorn onto either Paradise Druid or a Boreal Grazer, get another little bit of ramp going. We have Stonecoil Serpent, which is a nice little mutate target. But we also have another thing for I suppose ramping in a way. Is Polywog Symbiote, which is a 2 mana 1/3, but each creature spell that has mutate costs 1 less to cast. And then whenever you cast a creature spell, if it has mutate, you loot, draw and discard. So the whole idea is that you want to mutate quite a bit. So that's why we have the stuff of like Migratory Greathorn. We have Gem Razor, which I keep setting to use to not use the alternate art, so I can actually remember what card it is. But it just doesn't seem to do that, Arena. So I don't know what's going on. Hey Amazon, welcome along. So yeah, we got this as well. To interact with creatures, we got Pouncy Shore Shark. We have Auspicious Starix as kind of our top end to just flip over bunches of cards. Because no matter what we hit in this, it's going to end up on the battlefield because, well, it's exile until you get X permanent cards, but all of our cards are permanent cards anyway. So that's quite nice. And what you might be able to flip off it is an Endraze Forerunners. So, like, worst case scenario, you ramp by like whatever number of things, and this is the number of times it mutates. So if we start with an Arboreal Grazer, then hit it with a Migratory Greathorn, then hit it with a Gem Razor, then hit it with an Auspicious Starix, that's three permanents that will flip over. So it's pretty good. And then the mana base is pretty straightforward. Like, we got a Castle Vantress, we got some Castle Garenbrigs, and then the Breeding Pools and Temples. And that's about it. So yeah, we can definitely fit a lot of interesting plays in with this. Sideboard, I haven't gotten a sideboard set up for this yet. Like, there are sideboards and stuff, and they transform into flash things and stuff. But I think I might just do a bit of best of one to sort of get started. You know the way. I know to be drinking water. Yeah, I have to finish my deck explanation so that the people on YouTube, welcome along by the way, actually get their deck tech. So yeah, we'll be jumping in with a bit of that, and yeah, I definitely have to change the cost of drinking water. It shows up so often. All right, that's one down. Oh, you have to come in really quick. I'm gonna have to stagger them. Please don't melt. I mean, it's not that bad yet. What's really gonna cause a problem is when my PC decides to start heating up like fucking crazy, and then I'm gonna be like an actual melted ice pop. Do we have 4? This isn't great because, like, we can go Forest Grazer, Vantress, untap, Garenbrig, Paradise Druid, and then we have 5 mana. So we might be able to Starix on turn 3. That seems okay. Let's try that. See what happens. They're a new Mori deck as well. They're just doing the same thing as us. They're doing the same thing. Alright, well. Cool. They do have a better pet though. They don't seem particularly interested in us. Our trophy's real cute though. It lights up when we poke it. So the key in like mirror matches like this would be you need to hit your Starix ASAP, basically. And let's hopefully hit that quickly. Starting with Garenberg from them is beautiful because it means that we're probably going to be in a good spot. Let's get this out. Okay. Let's send a message. Boop. Oh, Garenberg is really bad. They must have an unfortunate pile of mana there. And no other land. Ooh, that's rough for them. Rough for them, but it's great for us. Should have put it on a grazer. I thought I was able to stop using this stuff, but that's okay. No big deal. We are quite far ahead. If we find another mutate creature, putting this on the Starix is probably going to end the game. What's that going to do? Yeah, I think we're going to play this. Let's put this into our hand. Let's play a temple, scry. Yeah, that's actually fine. That's actually totally fine. And then let's swing. We're gonna have maximum 4 mana this coming turn. Like that's. Energy monster comes on good. Yeah, he does that. He does that. I know him, Andrew. He's a good guy. I've played Commander with him a few times. Very chill dude. Umori, let's name creature. Let's mutate onto this. Let's pitch this. We'll go get some basics, get some stuff. Let's get this. 2 more lands, nothing like it. That sounds good to me. Let's bottom this. Get in. Oh, they're doing some blocking. Good for us. Very good for us. Now, if they manage to get a Starix on this, that'd be really good, but I don't think they're going to be able to be honest. I think they're just getting wrecked. Next turn would have been end race 4 runners and win the game, so that's nice. That's nice. Alright. Let's run it back. I'm really liking this deck. It's a lot of fun. Which is unusual because normally, like, I really don't get Simic. I really don't get Simic. I don't. It's weird because I don't get a bunch of the card combinations or the color combinations, but Simic particularly does not speak to me, I suppose, in a way. Now this would be good. Only the problem here is that we're not really playing anything until like turn 3 at the earliest. So I'm happy to mulligan this. I do think we need like a 1 or 2 drop. This is better, and I think I'm actually just bottoming the symbiotes. I'll bottom 1 in a forest. I'm gonna hold on to 1 just in case. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll see. Well, Temple of Mystery's a nice start here. Don't need something else to mutate onto. The Paradise Druid will do fine, I think. I think I'd want to lead on the Paradise Druid. If I go Paradise Druid, that's 4 mana next turn, and I could play this, and then this should cost 2. So yeah, that should be Growth Spiral. We're looking at a banned ramp deck? Yeah, we are. Right, cool. Paradise Druid might be pretty relevant here. going for? Cameo. Okay. I can live with cameo.
I know I noted this somewhere.
Shadow of the sky. Look for shadow of the sky. A. Well, kind of makes me wanna mutate onto this to hit this instead, but maybe that's not too bad actually. Let's go over. Let's get a second blue source so that we can flash and borrow if we need it. I'm gonna bop cameo because honestly, cameo's a
You're making it difficult to work.
Real pain in this kind of deck. Because pretty much no matter what you deal with, they'll be able to get it back. So, Treachery is gonna bounce both things, which honestly is not actually that bad, all things considered, because
to the
we just replay Paradise Druid and Migratory Greyhorn and we get another one, so we're just ramping. Not really a downside, to be perfectly honest. Well, not a big downside, I guess. Now I could risk running Symbiote, but like, I don't know. What I'll do is I'll run this out. Yeah, I'll mutate onto Leon's going on an adventure. Yeah, welcome, Ozzy. Pop you on that. How's it going?
Hello, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Leon's leaving. Come on, what are you doing?
I've got time.
In Ireland, of places being allowed to open back up.
You might need to keep it
Seek and
Today
find
is the beginning of phase 2 in Ireland, where places are starting to open back up. So I'm just a thrill at the idea of going somewhere that isn't a grocery store. And I think I'm gonna run out and just like see what's out in the world right now with my mask on. But that's pretty much the thrill of my life right now, and I'll leave you be, and I'll be back soon.
There we go.
Chatches.
Mystical Dispute the Symbiote. Alright. Playing chill. Oh no, you're not playing chill jank. You're chilling and playing jank. That's fair. That's fair. They're two very different things. Jank and chill jank. Very different. This is what I'm afraid standard is going to devolve into until rotation. And I really don't want that. I really don't want that. But hey, it's all good.
Trust me, I have a plan.
This is non-land permanence. We can't even bounce the breeding pool. Oh, it's band ramp. Yeah, this is band ramp. Just
I have learned
this
much
basically.
from my ancestors.
If we play this, we won't be able to mutate. You know what? Let's mutate this. Let's see if we hit something nice. This will be good. And raise 4 runners. No. Oh well. Oh well. Let's kill Nissa. This forces them to either lose Nissa or a land. So I'm fine with that. It's just gonna get ECD'd, but like there's nothing I can do about it. They're just playing back mythics like. It doesn't feel like a particularly good match, to be perfectly honest. Does not feel great.
I think you will find my notes helpful.
In a little while, by the way, we will be going through new spoilers. We haven't had a whole lot over the weekend. We also haven't had a chance for much to come through today. There were a few from Japan that were spoiled early this morning, but I think to wait a little bit until we get playing an human deck.
Let's try this.
Nice. That sounds cool.
The land shall
yeah, we're getting whomped in the gonads here. I guess. Creature, sure. Bounce, Uro. Play Borrower. It's not great, but like... Can this end to Fairy get in the bin, please? Only if you put Wilderness Reclamation in there too. As much as I like that deck, it would be absolutely too... Yeah, but yeah, essentially, bottom line, yes. Can we just yeet them all in the bin, please? Get them out. Get them out. You know what? I think I'm just done. I'd rather not sit here and watch someone fornicate with themselves on my stream. You know, in pinball, right? This is an obscure thing, but in pinball, right? If you shake the table, there are sensors within pinball machines that can tell when you're doing that, and it will stop everything from moving, and that's called the tilt. Like when you shake it enough, to try and nudge a ball or whichever. And anytime, like, I always think of that whenever I see Nissa Who Shakes the World, because it's like, you know, shakes the table, the pinball table, which causes tilt. I don't even play pinball. Like, I don't get into some amusements thing and play pinball. I just happen to know this, but I don't even know why or how I know that. But yeah, Nissa just reminds me of pinball and therefore tilt. So okay, we got our pink Dino Turtle, and we also got a Mythic Rare wildcard. That's gonna come in handy for those 4 fairies we're gonna have to get. Ooh. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Here's what I fear. And Emma, you've touched on it perfectly here, right? Is I do not want to see turn 1 Arboreal Grazer put in a land, turn 2, I don't know, either like Paradise Druid or the new Elvish or Llanowar Visionary. That's it. Or some other form of ramp, and then to turn 3 Nissa, and then on turn 4 Ugin. Turn 4 Ugin is a modern power level of play. Like, you're talking Tron, and Tron is regularly, not always, but regularly floating around the top tier. I'm not okay with that. Ozzy, yes, turn 2 Azusa would do that. The only reason that I didn't immediately jump to Azusa is because she can ramp so much, but is incredibly limited by the amount of cards in hand. But yes, basically yes, you're correct. The Fairy Time Meister and Nissa Who Tilts the World. Yes, that's exactly correct. You missed the auto rotation. Feel like Guilds of Ravnica has been around for too long. I don't feel like Guilds of Ravnica has been around for too long. I feel like War has been around for too long. Yes. This is fine. I'll keep it. I'm in danger. This might actually be okay. I think I have to keep another one of those. They're really good here. Honestly, like, it's not usually my kind of thing, but like, bring back like White Weenie and stuff. Bring back White Weenie and that kind of like little aggressive kind of thing. This hurts because I'm gonna have to shock it in, but nothing else I can really do about it. Now, I can't block with the Scorch Spitter, or I can't block with the Symbiote just yet because I'd be afraid of shock or similar. So, Burnsaya, welcome along. Don't you dare double hit that thing. Don't you listen to me, you little shit. Alright, well. Put this in my hand, I guess. Oh no. Oh, I'm just gonna get mangled over here. What am I playing? I'm playing Simic Mutate. Giving Simic Mutate a laugh. The only Simic deck that I've played so far, pretty much in my life, that I've actually enjoyed. That includes the flash decks. You have a deck that makes barely any fun to play, but wins against some of the decks with stupid Demir Flash thingy. Demir Flash. I gotta be honest, I do love a bit of Demir Flash myself. I've always had a bit of fun with it. I'm gonna name Creature and hope it survives this turn. If it survives this turn, we're pretty reasonable to get back into this. But if it doesn't, we're kind of warped. That's fine because we can Pouncing Shore Shark it. I'm not really worried. The fact that they pass turn is huge there. Huge. 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 Okay, so this should only cost 2 and it should only cost 3. So I think... If I could play this as a creature and then mutate this onto this, get 2 lands, and then I'll get whatever and I guess an island, and then no attacks. Stink of Embercleave off this though. Absolute reek of Embercleave off this. There's like they didn't just not attack with these 2 last turn when there were fewer attackers. Like I'm dying here. I'm straight up dying here. Actually no, I need this to die. I need to be sure that this dies. Even though it won't. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, whatever. It's gonna happen either way. Yeah. Smell Embercleave. Embercleave. Damn it. Welcome, Nate Fenner. Welcome, friend. Streaming is fun, isn't it? Am I right? It's good. It's real good. Great fun. It's great fun. The thing that makes it though, for me, the thing that makes it is having a class chat. Good chat is critical. Absolutely critical. Like Baron Zaya and Ozzy and yourself and everybody else that's in here that comes along regularly and makes this fun. Like it's all well and good. It's all well and good for me to sit here and just like just sit here and play games and be like, oh yeah, look, so I'm doing this and I'm talking and all you're hearing is just me talking. Like, what's the fun in that? What's the point in that? There's no like I have enough outlets in life in general to like, and when I say that I mean like, you know, there are many different places as a white male to be able to just walk around and bollock my opinion around a place like it matters. You don't need to come here to have it, you know. Like I don't need to come here to have my feeling validated, you know what I mean? But what's good though is that you can have is having a place like this where you can chat and talk about things. Like my opinions have been changed based on some people of what they've said in chats. Now it could be tiny things or it could be huge things. It doesn't matter. The point is that like it's like I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV because it I find it hard to stay engaged. But I'll sit and watch streams for like 6, 7, 8 hours at a time, because even if you're not engaging, the sense of interaction there is fantastic. It's amazing and I love it because it feels like you're actually a part of it and not just a spectator. And I know this is going all off the rails and stuff, but you know, legit though, like I would not enjoy this if it was just like if it was one of two things. If it was like either no one in the chat at all, that would obviously suck, and that can be a bit lonely and stuff, and that can be bad. But also if there were like 150 200 people sitting in this chat or more, or 1,000 or whatever, and they were just spamming dumb shit and no one was actually like interacting properly or whatever, I'd hate it. I'd want to change and just quit, or like it would suck. The thing that makes it is when people challenge what people are saying and are able to like respectfully talk about things and all that kind of stuff. That's actually what makes it good. Or you know, like when we're able to share in like the victories and defeats and stuff like that. That feels good because it's like yeah, I'll keep this straight. It's like if you go to like an LGS or whatever, which you obviously can't really do now, but soon maybe. You know, if you go and you're playing in a tournament or something, and you've done some practicing, you're hyped up for it and everything, and then you know you get a bad beat story or whatever, and you go over to your friends and you're like, oh look, this sucks. You know, this happened, that happened, the other, and guess what? It was the next card. If I'd bottomed that, and like people say like, oh yeah, that sucks or whatever, you know, or like, oh man, I know the feeling. Having that is like it makes you feel better. Like the losses feel less like losses and more like, you know what? Well, it feels like we kind of experienced it together. It doesn't feel like a pile of shite, you know. Whereas if I'm just sitting here, the reason why I don't do the ladder when I'm not streaming is because if I just sit here and I just lose a couple of times in a row, I'm just in a horrible mood because I'm just sitting here by myself losing like a big loser. And that just, I know that's down to like me managing my headspace on that whole thing, but like I can't see myself doing that for any like extended period of time and being okay with it, you know what I mean? But oh shit, missed a few. Facilitate a nice chat atmosphere. Good. And if it ever changes, I need you to be able to tell me. If you feel the chat's not good, you can feel free. Don't send me a whisper because literally whispers don't show up on my broadcast software, so I can't actually see them. But DM me on Twitter, and that applies to anybody. That's not directly at Burns Isle only. You know, my chat's supposed to be open and cool for anybody. Does anyone want to refund? Poppy Matt, I'll if you want to paste the deck list into the chat, it should. It should let you put a link. I guess this is okay, sort of. Primary reason you play UH over anything else. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it can happen. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna keep this. Bottom an island. Yeah. I've got enough mana. What I need to do now is I need to get this wonderful Elk Beast out into play. Got Temple of Mystery. You're a little late, aren't you? Let's get you down there. Happy days. Alright, let's get this in there. I did not think that a Switch of Starks would be as good as it is, but it is as good as it is. It's so good. It's really dumb. Like, really dumb. Yeah, I think I'm... what do I want to do here? Do I want to just put another... what if I put this out? This is 4, 5, 6 mana next turn. Yeah, this seems fine enough to me. Seems okay. Did your second stream last night and you agree it was fun to talk to people? Very bad at playing from it. Like, this is the thing with these kind of with streaming and like trying to play and talk at the same time is like, it's a skill that was like when I first like I picked it up quickly, but I'm not like, I definitely don't want to sit here and sound like when I started streaming I was able to like talk and play at the same time and be class. I was okay at it, but the big thing was it was so taxing on my it was so taxing on me mentally that I could not like stream for more than like 1 or 2 hours at a time without like my head melting and being like, and then like immediately finishing streaming and like going to bed. I'm just, because it is in fact like the most tiring thing in the world. I think I want to pay 2 here and put Imori into my hand, I think. I thought about running Nylea. One or two lists have Nylea in the sideboard, yes. I don't think it's good enough to go on the main board, but if you need additional copies of that kind of thing, I think Nylea is a good call, yeah. Game sound is a bit loud. Oh shit. Whoa. Let's drop that down, see if that's any better. Oh, sorry, Tara. We're ranking with Simic Mutate. I'm not gonna have fun with this, but I'm gonna try and make this happen. I'm paying this. I'm paying this. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. Alright, well. Yeah, you either entertain or you play with a clear head. Like, it's one or the other. What else have we got here? A lot of streamers rope a lot because they're trying to talk with chat while playing. Yeah, 100%. I'm basically doing it now myself. Well, this allowed me to land Imori at least, so next time we're getting an auspicious Starix down, and actually I could play this for one. Yeah, nice. You feel 20 guilt for all the times poking fun at the mistakes. How have I found post-ban standard? It's been fine. I haven't really played much of it, to be perfectly honest. But like, I can just tell we're just gonna have Bant Ramp the format. We're gonna have probably a bad time for a while. But Bang Ramp. Yeah, so yeah, like it to me it seems like it's gonna be like Nissa deck, Wreck deck, Cleave deck. Like that's pretty much gonna be the whole format by the sounds of it. I'm gonna do this onto the Greyhorn so I get another land as well. I know I could put it onto the thing onto here, but it'd be nice to be able to like hardcast a Endrace Forerunners if we get those. That was quite nice. I'm gonna leave this just for reasons. Yeah, they're gonna have to like double wipe the board or something here, or just actually explosion me for like 1 million. So yeah. The only thing you play is Mardu Winota, which has been fun. Mardu Winota sounds cool. I would like to check that out at some point. I would like to check that out. Well, they're gonna opt. They're gonna start with an opt. Now, if their hand consists of like Wilderness Wreck and Explosion, then they might get away with maybe. Actually, is that enough? 1, 2, and then 7, 14. No, they're 2 off. Actually, no, they're way more than that. They're like 6 off. Yeah, I don't think they can do this. Well, I mean, that's a start. That's a start. But it's not a very good start. Yeah, I don't think they can do much here. If we top deck any mutate creature, they're also basically dead. So I don't know what they could. Ah, okay, okay, that's reasonable actually. You can mention here, James Jr. is also happy around 21. Containment Priest. Yeah, it seems cool. Seems cool. It just makes Phoenix unbelievably poor, but like, yeah. Okay, so how much can we get through here? 2, 3, 9. I mean, I guess we do it, right? Ooh, get away from me. Yeah, sure, make it happen, I guess. A Guest Grazer? I mean, I've no real reason not to, but I suppose in a there is a chance where they have a Storm's Wrath here, and if they have a Storm's Wrath then holding onto the Grazer would have been good, because if we hit a Starix or something, then we could have probably won. But I still think we're kind of okay here, unless they have an explosion. If they have an explosion, I think we're just borked. They're doing some maths. That tells me they have an explosion. Yeah. The mystical dispute and expansion to copy it, that was not what I was expecting. Bouncing that, really weird. Okay. Oh yeah, they have explosion. Of course, yeah. They definitely, yeah, we're definitely dead. They wanted to get through the 6 points of damage so that then the explosion will be enough to kill us. Yep. That's reasonable. That's reasonable, so it is. Yeah. And then they go blast my face off. So anyway, I started blasting. I don't know why that meme is so funny. It just is. Always. So funny. The started blasting meme. I don't know why. But alright. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Alright. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. This is there. You know, it's actually, this deck is weirdly cheap. Like weirdly cheap. Now I know a place out of breeding pools in paper is like $100 right now, but like, if you're, here's the thing about this, right? If this was just like an Evolving Wilds or an island or like one of the Gainlands or something, 9 times out of 10 it's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to be a big deal. Just, I don't care what anyone says. You can build this deck, and I'm not joking. It's in this week's article. You can build this whole deck without breeding pools and without like the one Brazen Borrower. Is yeah, it's $100. You can build it, this whole deck, without breeding pools and without the 2 Brazen Borrower for like, I think it's like $50 for like the entire thing. And like, that's insane. That's just nutso. But yeah, it's sweet though. And honestly, I like, if you take Shocklands out of the equation, which, like, to be perfectly honest, they're good. They're definitely good. There's no doubt about that. But if you're going to go to like F&M or something, and you're not trying to be like the biggest like pro gamer or whatever, like, what does it matter? What does it matter? It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I think I want to play this here. Actually, do I? I don't have anything to do next turn, so yeah, no, I'm actually going to do it next turn. Make it a little bigger. Even cheaper if you have the Simic Flash Challenger deck. You're correct. You're correct. Absolutely. Oh, that's an interesting one. Okay, I'll go with that, I think. Running Guildgate. See, like, this is the thing. People are so used to playing like arena and stuff now that they're like, oh, you know, I have to have this, and I have to have that, and I have to have the best of everything. Like, or maybe you just don't though. Like, you just don't. If you're not trying to be a professional player, and you find that like dropping 100 Squiddos on 4 lands that come into play untapped 70% of the time. We'll say 50% of the time, whatever. It's not a big deal. Like, it really doesn't matter all that much. I desperately need blue here. I don't know what's going on, but I'm also guilty of not running the decks because I don't have lands. I also am guilty of it. I'm like, do as I say but not as I do kind of situation here. But but it's true though. I think I just want to play out Gemraiser as a creature here. But yeah, I think no attacks here. Like, if they want to pump this, that's fine, but that's their entire turn. And it doesn't do anything, so now, if they have something like a shock and they shock Gemraiser attack flash with Dreadhorde Arcanist, that's pretty good. Getting better at building mana bases is not easy. It's not it takes time. It takes reading a lot of Frank Karsten articles, and practice really is like the big thing. Building mana bases. Like as someone who tries to do budget content and stuff, being good at building mana bases is like the hardest thing in the world, because not only do you have to try and build it so that it can actually function properly, but you now also have to do it with the creative restriction of, well, you can't do this, or you can't include that, or you can't play with this. And like, oh, it's so hard. It's so difficult. But the thing is that once you have it and you worked it out, it's fine. It's totally fine, you know. Like once you're able to sort of get the idea going, then and you have sort of the basics of it, then you're pretty set. You're pretty set. Some things you're just not taking enough mana because you don't want to cross cards if you're going to rotate. Yeah, I get that as well. Like I really want to play Orzhov Doom Foretold, but there's a bunch of cards that I just don't think are very smart to go and make. Oh wait, hold on a second. I can do this right. Look at me talking and playing effectively at the same time. Look at this. I swear I was made to do this. Alright, let's get. You made it this far without Teferi. Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing. I will say though, with this set coming, with the core 21 coming up, I will say that the 4 mana Teferi, as much as it's like as much as it feels like you're kind of doing sorry, I got thrown because I ended up reading like 2 or 3 comments. I think I'll bounce this. Yeah. As much as it can feel like, what was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying anymore. I'm completely gone. I was like, I had a perfect train of thought, and then I saw patting your head and rubbing your belly, and I'm like, I'm gone. Yes, sorry, the 4 mana Teferi. I would pick those up ASAP. They're going to be silly good. They're going to be like I said, they're going to be egregious with 3 mana Teferi until they rotate. But after that, like, honestly, what I want to do is turn 2, Brazen Borrower, or Petty Theft, bounce your thing, then turn 3, hold up a counter, you don't do anything, flash in Brazen Borrower, untap Teferi, loot, pass turn, phase your thing, then my turn, attack a Brazen Borrower, loot, bounce something else. Like that Teferi is a tempo planeswalker. That Teferi is a tempo planeswalker, and he's going to be gross. And it's going to be pretty good, to be honest. After reading you're playing Winota right now is because you use 2 rare wildcards. It's kind of what I did with Simic Mutate. I was like, I need 2 gem razors and that's it. There's a van driving around your estate and you're willing it to finally be the delivery man to bring your laptop. No! I wish it was your laptop, but alas. Do I want to do this now, or do I think that's a protection spell? I don't think it is a protection spell, so let's go in and we'll stop them on upkeep. Looking forward to Blue Eye Control and Modern. Yeah. Oh, nuts! Oh, I forgot Tide Taker does the thing! No! Yeah, okay, we can't bounce. Oh well. Blue Eye Control and Modern, where it's Teferi attack. I mean, it is just going to be Teferi Tribal. It is actually just going to be Teferi Tribal. It's going to be 3 mana Teferi into Teferi Master of Time into Teferi Hero Dominaria, and everyone's just going to be like, Teferi. I'm so happy Teferi. Oh God, this is horse. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm absolutely dead. They have like a strike of some sort. Yeah, that's fair. Gideon? Yeah, like... Oh, I'm still alive! I can't do anything, so, like... I don't know. Oh, maybe I can. Am I a point of damage off? I'm a point of damage away. God damn it! Oh, I'm a point of damage off. Alright, well, you know what? Let's mutate on here. Do the bouncy bounce. Actually, no, they have the God's willing anyway. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Yeah, no, we're actually dead. See, the problem here, right, is that we have opponents with interaction. That's what I'm not really liking right now. So here's what I'm gonna do. Do a bouncy bounce. Do a bouncy bounce. Oh well. Feather deck. Yeah, you know what? I might actually play some feather. I might actually play some feather soon. I'll let them kill me. I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm graceful in my concessions. I'm graceful in my concessions for the most part. I had to add that on the end there. Yeah, I might actually play feather at some point. Feather seems fun. Feather seems real fun. And the thing is, Pioneer Boros Feather is actually pretty reasonable. It doesn't really play feather anymore, so I don't know why it's called feather, but it's a thing. Yeah, Reckless Rage is a big thing in it. It's in Historic though. It's Naya Feather in Historic. We can certainly give that a lash at some point. But yeah, I can absolutely run some of that stuff. That's some stuff that I'd be up for. It feels kind of like, it's weird because it feels kind of like a tempo deck, but it's sort of weirdly not, if that makes sense. So here's the thing with this deck: you need something low on the curve, otherwise you just can't do anything. This is fine actually. I'm going to. This is a difficult one because. This is a difficult one because, well, like keep. It's one of the redundant copies, but I just don't know which. I think I'm gonna put this back because I with one of the Migratory Greathorns, I'd be getting a forest, not an island, probably. And then the other one will get an island. So if we get, yeah, I think this is the right way. I think this is right. Okay, Pal Collector. Frozen Borrower, love this. Okay, that's a nice start. It's a nice start indeed. Now we just need more land. Land off the top would be beautiful. Historic Shaker presenting a bunch of random bands. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know how to feel about it. It looks weird. But I don't know in what way. We can check it out. We can certainly check it out. And if anyone has any like suggestions for it, then I'm open. But I think this is what I want to do. And then next turn I might Stonecoil for 1 and the Monogreen Stompy. Alright, yeah, that's pretty good. No blocks from myself there. Yeah, so many things are banned. So many things are banned. I'm gonna do this for 1. And then I'm gonna Graveborn mutate on here. Over, obviously. And then get this, play this. Scry, don't need you. Maybe this is okay. Mono green is a deck that I really want to play as well, but no Pal Collectors and yeah, exactly. Like for me, I have the Pal Collectors and stuff. The Gem Razors were a problem. Ozolith is also one that we don't see a whole lot of at the moment. I'm gonna have to do something about this. I think I'm gonna have to force this. I'm gonna have to kill the bigger one. It's fine. Or Questing Beast, yeah, Christ. Like, unless you're pumping money in or you're doing like every single day's worth of dailies, like, you're in a bad spot. You're in a bad spot for sure. Alright, this isn't actually too bad. Because... yeah, this is fine actually. This is fine. Because they don't really have a whole lot of interaction, so... they kind of just have what they have and that's it. Like ginger breeds. Like... don't know what they're doing with them, but... they will probably end up killing us. It's the thing. So... if we manage to delay these ginger roots in some way, then we'll actually be kind of alright. But unfortunately, we're gonna have a hard time doing that. So we may as well attack with this, because we're not doing anything else. And if they don't do anything this turn, I think I'm good with just activating Vantress. Try and find something. We don't have artifacts or enchantments, so I'm kind of okay with that. And if they want to make that unblockable, yeah, that's fine. I'll bounce with the borrower here. Borrowers are so big in this deck. So big. Look at this. Look at this. Dirty is what this is. Dirty. Isn't he tricking it? Weirdly, I might want to hold on to this for the... no. I think, honestly... mutate it on here. Draw and discard, that's fine. Over. Still get a land. Yep, whatever. I don't think it matters. Yeah, if they tried to get Gem Razor plan here now, then they should be able to kill us. Hopefully. Hopefully. Brazen Borrower. Easily one of my favorite cards of all time now, at this point. Absolutely adore it. And I was so happy that I bought a playset as soon as I could. It was like one of the only cards in which I did it. I was like, I know I'm not gonna kid myself anymore. I know that I'm gonna get this, and I know that I'm gonna play a playset of this from now until the end of time. I may as well just bite the bullet, get them done now, get it in, and that's it. And I don't like this. I don't like this. This tells me they've either won or they're dead. Okay. Okay, double gingerbread is actually... whoa, that's pretty scary. Okay, bottom those. Fingers crossed. The mutations are Arboreal Grazer, and this one is Polywog Symbiote. Can I... it is Tempo Player Dream, yeah, for sure, for sure. Is there anything I can do here to win? I can kill one Gingerbrute. What does that do? Am I one short again? Swear to God. Oh wait, I can kill the Gingerbrute that's on this. Oh! I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh no, it's not a it's not an artifact anymore. Damn it. Okay, okay, I can kill one. No, it's only whenever it mutates. It's not for each time it's been mutated. Unfortunately. So yeah, point short again. Point short again. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Rough stuff. Stompy might actually be good now as well, especially with that new fight effect. I'd be happy to see something like Stompy be good. So look, I'm not doing great with this deck, but I also kind of don't care. I'm kind of having fun with it. I'm just playing creatures on creatures, on creatures on creatures, and it's real dumb. Also, we haven't seen the true ridiculousness of this deck yet. If you think this deck isn't all that good, you have not seen it go off. It's bonkers. It's so silly. You could put like 50 power into play on like turn 4, or turn 5, if you do it right. Yeah, I'll keep this. Turn 1 Stall Coil, turn 2 Symbiote, turn 3 Short Shark. Short Shark. Boop. Got some dredge sleeves. This is probably gonna be Jund Sack. Just trying to fake him out, you know? Attack the 1-1 into the O2. They'll never see it coming. Okay, what do we want to do here? Discard. Ooh, good one, good one, good one. Forest, I think. Over. Bounce this. Bop, yeah. Taking 6 on turn 3s. Not bad. Not bad. Temple of Milady. I don't think we're gonna have a good time this turn. Alright, so if I do this, scry 1. I know, right? Temple of Milady. I'll get a fedora and just like put it on exactly only when that happens. Oh, this is an interesting one because hang on, let me work this out. So if I play Paradise Druid this turn, that's this done, and then next turn reduced by 1, reduced by 2, but it'll cost me 2. So I'll have 1, 2, 3 left available. No, I can't have it. Can't have it. Gotta bottom it. If I had 1 more mana available, I would keep that because it allows for more ridiculous plays. But I think this is the best I can do right now. I think. Oh yeah. Also, I don't know. I know a couple of people saw it on Twitter this morning, but my playmat arrived, and it looks so damn good. It looks so good. It's if you look around here, like you can see all the pattern and stuff. It's basically that, but and with my face in the corner, done by a good friend of mine, Marty. It's fucking beautiful. It's so nice. It's so nice. All right, so we recouped a win there. Let's get back going. Let's get back going. It's really it's really pretty. Hold on, I have it here. I'm gonna regret taking this out of the thing again now, but also I cut my nails and I can't open anything anymore. Why did I do this? Oh, there we go. Hold on now. Hold on. Here it is. Here it is. See, as you can see. Oh. Actually, I'll hold on to it until after this game, so that we can look at it in the full screen. This is a Yorion deck. This basically doesn't do anything, and this is not really castable. So let's mull. This is definitely better, and I think I might put the Shore Shark back, maybe. But also, maybe not. Yeah, you know what? Let's just There's a double blue needed for that. I know he's a Paradise Druid, but it's a blue source that can die. But that's a big chunk of power there. Helps us loot with this. You know what? We might actually be putting the forest back. Yeah, screw it. Screw it. Learn by doing. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I'll keep it land. That seems alright. Seems fine to me. Okay. Hup. I'm gonna play Paradise Druid first instead of Polywog Symbiote because this needs to untap in order to give us mana, whereas this doesn't do anything immediately. So, now this. Trying to think, what can we do here? I guess if we do this. That's fine by me. Let's go. I think the Polywog Symbiote is worth. The first Polywog Symbiote's worth more than the second Paradise Druid, I think. Also, if they want to bounce anything, they use the Treachery, so that's fine.
Here we go.
I don't give a damn about that. All right, well. Boops magoops.
Matter of time.
Then we'll play this, and we'll play. You want to dispute again? Yeah, sure, that's fine. That is fine by me. I should have played Grazer first, but I guess it wouldn't have mattered because if they had a dispute, they could have only hit Polywog, so not great. But hey, if they have another Teferi now, I'm going to be punished. But they've only 4 cards in hand, so hopefully not. Are you kidding me?
I know my responsibility.
Oh! The sooner that card rotates, I swear to Christ. Well, I'm gonna have to whop it with the little Arboreal Grazer here. Oh no! Oh, you know what? Wait. Hold on. Hold on. How come I... What? How does it let me do this? How did it let me do that? Am I... What? I just saw that it was highlighted and I was like, oh, I wonder what it does. But... Is it an ability?
I'll protect you.
Is it? What's even going on? What? What just happened? Hold on. Can we... Just... 1 second. What just happened? What just happened? Is it just me or did that just seem like a lot of things just happened that made no sense? Okay, so basically, opponent had Teferi Time Raveler out. I attacked with my Arboreal Grazer to this with the intention of flashing in. Pouncing Shore Shark. Forgot that Teferi doesn't allow me to do that, but then it still allowed me to do that. I don't. But then also, it seemed like on their they didn't lose their Teferi. Even though they flashed in with an Omen of the Sea. And they flashed in an Omen of the Sea when the Arboreal Grazer was still attacking, which was then a Pouncing Shore Shark, so it hit the Teferi. But then it didn't die. But then they untapped and Elspeth Conquers Death, my thing, but it seemed like it was still on my turn before damage, even though this is only sorcery spells. What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? I don't understand. I'm thoroughly perplexed. Did anyone else spot what happened?
The hero thing before.
What? What? Okay, so it's not safe to do this, but like we gotta. Ugh. We gotta try, I guess. I just don't know what happened there. That. Honestly, it's the Forerunners. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. None of it made sense. Okay. Alright, this sucks because no matter what happens, they're gonna get a Teferi back, so I guess don't let them have a Teferi. I guess. Like, if I kill this one, they still get one back, or they still get one back with ECD. But if I don't kill it, there's still one in the bin to get back anyway. So I guess don't kill it then, maybe? I don't know. This is bizarre. This is very bizarre. This whole game has made no sense. Like, whatsoever.
If you show remorse,
Yeah, so an extra Teferi. They're gonna bounce the stars because that's a huge potential. Oh,
Don't worry,
Deva Sweeper.
I got
Okay,
this.
cool. Well, so much for that. I'm actually very thrown by what's happened because I don't understand it. When things don't make sense, I get very frustrated with things. I'm very confused right now. Very confused. Okay. Let's just make them have the goddamn sweeper. Here it comes. Here it comes. Are you ready? Shatter the sky. No. Okay,
stop
interesting.
that now.
Alright, well, in that case... Hang on. This could just get a counter, but like... Oh! Yeah, I'll take that. I'll hella take that. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, sounds good. That seems reasonable. Like, unless they have something else, I'll deal with having a creature. Wait, no, it's very obvious what they have. They have an ECD. They have an ECD, they're gonna hit the Starix. Yeah. Alright, well, they bottom two. That's more indicative that they made a mistake than
That's
anything.
more like
but
it.
Maybe I'm wrong. No. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. Okay. Jeez. Okay. I guess put this into my hand. Play a Brazen Borrower. Yeah. I don't see how we win this one now because all they have to do is play Yorion and they basically win the game. So Yorion now exiles something with 3 CMC. or greater. So it's Exile Brazen Borrower, Flash to Fairy. Like they could literally, the best thing that I can think of that they could do here is minus to Fairy, bounce nothing, draw a card. Then play Yorion, get 3 preordained, Exile Brazen Borrower, and get a fresh to Fairy. It seems gross. It seems unbelievably gross. Yeah, this is game over. Unfortunate. But hey, what can you do?
We will meet again. Sorry I'm late.
I think it's fair to say. Alright. But on the plus side, we now get to look at the playmat. Hold on, let me jump over to here so I can show you the playmat. So, like I said, a good friend of mine, Marty is her name, Martina, or Martzi, as she's known on the internet. She's an animator, and she wanted to get into doing like patterns and designs and all this kind of stuff. And incidentally happened to be feeling like this at the same time that I messaged her, being like, hey, I want to get more of your wonderful art. I want to commission you for a thing. And then when they found out that this is what I was looking for, they were like, oh my god, yes. And it was fantastic. I went up to her and I was like, okay, so I saw a playmat that had Hawaiian print, so I want that. But I also love like retrowave and synthwave kind of thing. And she's like, okay. I'm like, also, it's for Magic the Gathering though. And is a thing, okay, where they're all like mad scientists and lightning and go Bert and all that kind of stuff, right? Make it happen together, I guess. And I was like, look, I'll be honest with you, if you want to turn around and tell me that I'm a fucking lunatic and that none of this stuff is going to work together, you could just go ahead and tell me. She's like, no, I'll make it work, it's fine. I'm like, okay, cool, I guess. And then like a week or two later, she just came back with some ideas. I sent her some cards, like Is a Chemister and Niv Mizzet and Ral and all this kind of stuff, to give her ideas of like the aesthetic of thing. And she came back with a couple of ideas, and I was like, I like this, I think I'd prefer that, or whatever. And then like a week later, she came back with this, and I was like, I cannot wait to have this. And it took a while to get it done, but once I did get a chance to get it done, it looks so good. Look at this. There's my face. Wait, no, there it is. There is my face on my playmat. Oh, it's so good. It looks so friggin' good. It's so very me. You're correct. It's very me. I am refusing to play it with it until LDSs and stuff are open. I don't want to play with it until I can I can sit here and play at home with any playmat. That's fine. But this is a statement piece. This is a show off kind of thing, you know. So until then, it's going in the tube, and it's being kept safe in there. But yeah, Inked Gaming were actually pretty good. I know that I'm affiliated with them and stuff, so I'm technically biased or whatever, but they don't pay me to tell them that everyone's good or whatever. I just have an affiliate link. But yeah, basically I just uploaded the thing. I told Marty, I was like, look, I need this exact specifications that Inked Gaming say on the website to get a custom print, and I need exactly that, like down to the PPI and the resolution and all this sorts of stuff. And they were like, yeah, no worries. They gave it to me, and then I uploaded it. Now they have an option to pay like $15 or $20 or whatever it is to have someone like assist in the creation of it and stuff. I didn't do that because I was like, well, I followed your instructions to the T, so this should be fine, right? And turns out, yes, it was. It was great. It was really good, and it's so nice. Slightly thinner, I think. Now, it could be wrong, but slightly thinner than like the Ultra Pro playmats. Very slightly, but not really by much at all. I think it's more just a case of if it can feel like that when you're just opening it out, but not actually when you're playing with it. Okay, so we don't have any knowledge other than these sleeves of what they're playing. The amount of sleeves. Okay. Well, we need lands. So, yeah. If anyone, by the way, if anyone wants to get any art done by the same artist, by Marcy, let me know. I can definitely give you an intro. They're wonderful. They're super nice. And they'll do like anything to help out. I feel like it's the Gem Razor, but like, it. You know what? It could well be mono red aggro. It could well be. The problem with with drawing an end race Forerunners is you've drawn it. I'll have this enter tapped. I don't think I need to do the Stonecoil here. I think more people actually do have like Karna Teferi avatar and other stuff in order to just throw people more than anything. I really think that's true. But okay, I really hope they don't kill this. It'd be great if they didn't. I said it'd be great if they didn't. What a jerk. What a jerk. Yep, here comes Sultai Pile. Something we definitely can't beat. Oh lord, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot. Let's just be honest here. This is gonna be painful. They're gonna take the Greyhorn or the Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower was a 2-for-1, but they have so many good ETB things. Yeah. My hand's basically dead now, so not really feeling it. Okay. Somewhat desperate for this laptop to arrive. I'd also like for it to not arrive. You have to do overtime. So you can walk at the plane. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Come on, the wonder. I know the feeling, especially when you're looking for stuff like that and you're like, can you just please hurry up, but also arrive at like the right time so that I'm not stuck looking at a box I can't open. No, don't do that, you horse. Oh. Risky as hell because they have Thought Erasure, but sure, look, maybe we should become a Thought Erasure deck. We should just play that. Turn 3, you're on 5 lands, your opponent makes 2 land drops. Woof. Woof. Oh. Okay. I swear to God, this deck's like real fun.
Nature's true power.
It's not it's showing its bare ass right now. That's what's happening here. Showing its bare ass. Flooding now, double Arboreal Grazer Saints. Have I been listening to any cool music lately? Some stuff. Oh yeah, that actually reminds me. I also, now we can't DJ the stream anymore. I don't know if anyone saw this. I can't really DJ the stream anymore on account of oh, this hurts. I don't want to have to do that yet. Nah. Yeah, the DMCA thing. Yeah. Basically, so if anyone, like, I have to update the bot on this, but if anyone donates between bits between now and me removing the bot, unfortunately, I cannot play music anymore because if if you request stream safe music, that's fine, but it has to be royalty free and on Spotify. So if it's royalty free and on Spotify, that's fine. But unfortunately, that's a very low amount of reasonable quality music. It sucks. It sucks. But yeah, I can't do it. I can't beat interaction. What do you think it would do? But yeah, so basically a bunch of Twitch channels got a load of copyright strikes for playing music on stream, and yeah, look, we're dead. I'm gonna switch to a deck that laughs in the face of interaction. Like if they try and kill stuff, you're like, lol, no. But yeah, a bunch of copyright strikes. A bunch of people now like trying really hard, really quickly to delete all the clips, because it also goes on the clips on the on the channel. Thankfully, I don't have many clips here, so I don't really have to go through much. But if there's clips there with stuff like some people were saying that they had to go through hours and hours of worth of clips, or that they actually just wouldn't load, and people are scrambling to try and get it done before they potentially get striked, because you know, like, it's weird, because the thing is with it is that a lot of people are weirdly turned around and been like, yeah, but it was like it was already in the terms and conditions, the terms of service for when you sign up and do Twitch in the first place, that you shouldn't be playing copyright music or whatever. And like, to that I say, well, you insensitive sack of shit, stop defending the company. First of all, don't do that. That's bad form, that's shit crack, and that's exactly what capitalism wants you to do, is just get on board with the company and try and screw over the creator. Don't do that, that's shit form. But also, up until now the whole punishment was parts of your VOD got muted. You know, like if someone goes to watch it back, parts where you've had copyright music get muted, and that's just how it is. That's how it is with that's how it is on YouTube as well. You know, if you include some copyright music in there, the part that you have is like where the music is present can either be muted so that you can stay monetized, or it's just demonetized. There's no like, oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna shut your fucking channel down. That's bad. Very bold. Very bold. I don't like it. I dislike it a lot. It's one of the reasons why I stopped playing music on the stream, pretty much at all. And this is the thing, despite the fact that I've been playing with a lot of royalty free music. The thing is, with some of this royalty free music, as weird as it sounds, some of it is taken from other music. So like some of it is like it might be like a clip or a sample or something, and it's altered enough so that it's a unique piece or whatever, and that's fine, and that's perfectly allowed. But the bots and the AI and stuff that scan for this stuff still pick it up, because it recognizes the patterns within the music itself. Somehow, I don't know how, somehow, and normally this isn't much of a problem, but with some of the songs that have appeared on Spotify and stuff, it's actually just picked up on YouTube when I go to export the VODs to YouTube, and they're like, yeah, so you need to mute this, or delete it, or don't make money. And I'm like, well, first of all, you already tell me that not enough people watch my stuff on average on YouTube in order to actually make money, so you can go and shove it up your ass. But I digress. That's not the point. And the point is that even with some royalty-free stuff, you can encounter problems. So pretty much the best thing to do is to just not have it, and that kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. I liked having the nice chill music in the background here, which I now can't have. You know, which... But what we're gonna do now, we're gonna have a look at the standard decks. We're gonna see what we can play, because a lot of these decks are not updated, not updated at all. Like if we scroll down, you can see that, yeah, there's some banned cards in this. Let's just delete that. I kind of don't care. But yeah, pretty much any Lurus deck's now gone. Any Obosh deck is now gone. Umori deck's not very good either. Yorion, basically untouched. Sorry. Yorion, basically untouched. Something I want to try, something different. How about mono blue flash? Will we try this? Will we try this? Will we? Mono blue flash. The only non-flash creatures are Terramander and Stonequill Serpent. And then we just have like Essence Capture and Negate and Unsummon and Sea Dash Octopus, Pensy Sword Shark, that kind of stuff. We can do that, or we can do. I've other decks here as well. Where are we looking? Let me have a look over here. Just gonna load my MTG Goldfish page. Actually, we can have a look and see what did well. Actually, what did well in the standard challenge there like 2 days ago? Oh Lord. Okay, well, let's just have a flick over and have a look and see what did well. So we have Jund Sacrifice, Azorius Control, Mono Red, cool. Band Ramp, yep. Cool mid range. Band Ramp, Jund Sac, Team Wreck, Rakdos Sac, 4-color cycling, Mono Red. There's a new Mori deck there. Yeah. Hold on a second. That deck is so cheap. What's going on with it? Oh, it's a Cavalcade deck. It's not an Embercleave deck. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, geez, there's a lot of interaction going on now. Might not be good to run creature heavy decks at this point in time, I would say. Jund Sacrifice being like one of the sort of exceptions to it, because like your creatures don't care about dying because you're gonna kill them yourself. So that's kind of fine. Azorius Control, we can have a look at that too. Band Ramp, this is the one I'm not looking forward to seeing all around the place. First of all, these are modern deck prices. These are modern deck prices. We gotta run spells for days. Exactly. So like, yeah, you got your Hydro Crisis and your Borrowers and your Uros and your Teferis and your Tamios, and like, look at these prices. This is absurd. This is absurd. Sir, look at this. What's this trash? How is this so expensive? How is this so expensive? I don't get it. Sir, this is standard? Sir. Yeah, so like, no, I don't want to play this. This is Garbo. No, I don't want to play this. This is Garbo. I'm not wild on it, to be honest. Breeding Pool Landscaping is actually 26 quid. Yeah, 26 quid. Yeah. And like, and a few cents, but like, yeah, they're yeah, it's gross. So here are the decks I don't like. Jund Sac, Azorius Control, Band Ramp, Grill Midrange, Team Wreck. Cycling's fine, but like, oh god, these are all like, I actually don't think I like a single deck in standard right now. No, I'm looking at it. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, so in that case, we're gonna have to flop over here, flop back on here. Okay, let's work out something. You know what? I got Phoenix. How's that sound? Get some Phoenix. Let's do this. They played this on Versus Live the other day. I'm happy to just try it. Screw it. Get my birds. This is possibly the last time I can play my birds in any kind of capacity whatsoever, because Containment Priest. Fuck. It's like the Phoenix is like the only card that gets hit by it in standard. Oh, I'm so sad. I guess I'll keep this. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll keep it. Magpie Knight. Is that a reference to Order of Midnight? Are we playing against Knights? Oh, we're playing Cycling. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have a bad time with this then. Yeah, it's mostly ETB stuff. Like when things get flickered. But also yeah, we know that. Garuda passes as well. Yeah. Look, right. You ever heard of being hyperbolic? To be fair, I actually do think it is pretty good. I do think it is pretty good. I do like seeing cards like that. I'm very excited for it in Modern, to be perfectly honest. Don't fight. Hyperbolics is what it is. Oh yeah, just flex cycle the other one. I'm excited to see what it does in Modern. Okay, so this is not an accurate representation of this card. Let me just get that out right now. Just make that abundantly clear. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think it can be that expensive. Or I don't think it will be that expensive, more than anything. But I could be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong. Because, like, it's going in humans. Which, I hate when humans get enabled. I hate when humans get enabled. Both in Magic and in real life. They, like, when humans are allowed to do, like, whatever they want, like anything, that's real bad. It's real bad. Football creators. Good examples of whenever people were generally allowed to do whatever they want was kind of, you know, I don't know, like Hitler, slavery, etc. It's all pretty bad stuff. This feels horrendous, but I need to get some spells in the bin. I'm dead. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm actually just dead. But it was only an EDH card. It's pretty expensive, so if it makes it into Modern capacity, I can make it pricey. Yeah, might do. Well, it already saw a lot of play in Legacy, so maybe it won't change a lot. But it's also going to get printed a lot more, so maybe. Like when let those people throw the statue in the drink. Well, they didn't let them. They just did it. I'm all for it. Race the statue, go splooshed out. Yes. I'm all for that. This hand is questionable, but I guess I'll keep it. If people want to throw some stuff like racist statues into the drink, that's fine by me. More power to you. I'm gonna have this commit taps because we're against Gruul, possibly, or Wreck, but we'll see. Oh, Jund? What the oh, right, okay, Jund's off. You like it when it went in the water, but also when part of it fell off. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Let's just throw all the racist statues in the bin. And by the bin, I mean the river. But also, the bin works fine too. Might be a good idea to not dirty up the river with it. But sure, look. Throw it somewhere. Make a statement. Make a big statement. Put it in somewhere that it doesn't belong. Do I want to augur a bonus here? Yeah, I think I do. I think we should dirty up the river with the racists. I think so. Yeah. Augur a bonus. Enter the battlefield. Look at the bottom 3 cards of your library. Let's go. Got him. That was trash. Okay. Blitz and Thunder Raptor should do work for us in this game. I think. Maybe. I don't want to fire off that opt. I don't think I need it. But I will fire off this Thrill. Whoop. Yeah, that's nice. What options have we got? Why are you conceding? Can't you see I'm trying to cast my birds. Not cast, but yeah. Some of the cards in M21 are getting the spellbook design treatment. Does that mean the borders for Lily and Taff are going to be the spellbook designs? Maybe. Victory? I guess? Oh, I don't know if you folks know this, and I don't know if Lance Leaving's still here. But Lance Leaving, James, is our DM, and tonight we're gonna deal with the repercussions of playing with the deck of many things. And oh boy, let me tell you, some of us done fucked up. I actually think I'm gonna mulligan this, which is weird and terrible. Some of us done real fucked up. Oh, big time. Well, here's the thing. Why is very easily answered with why not. So, like, because it's fun. Because it's fun. Like, whatever. It's grand. Don't worry about it. Now, what I found really funny was my character died, like, the session before that. And it's, the thing with it is that, we then kind of we opened the deck of many things, right? And then I pulled one card. I was supposed to pull two, and the first card I picked, Donjon, and which is the one that you just get like stuck into you're just suspended in animation for like in some like pocket dimension forever. I was like, well, this sucks ass. I'm gonna kill this so that I can't use the light up the stage, because that's what this reeks of. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to opt. Bird is okay here, actually, I think. This is awkward, actually, now, but... Oh, God, no. Land. No! I needed land. Where are my lands? Now you show up? Really? This is the thing. The deck did do the worst things to land. But it's the thing is, she has, like, she never wants to do it, and then peer pressure comes in, and like everyone's like, oh, everyone is taking cards from the deck of many things, you should do it too. And then she's like, if it'll shut you all up, fine, I'll do it. I'm not gonna be the only one left without doing it. And then she's just like, I'll draw like a card, and then she gets like the devil one or whatever, and I'm like, she's borked, she's borked, she's dead, she's wrecked, rip. And this is risky, but I think I need to do this. Pitch this. Untapped source. No, you horse shit. God damn it. Well, I'm killing that now, so here we go. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. If everyone's jumping off a cliff, yeah, you're right. If everyone's jumping off a cliff, no, obviously don't jump off. However, it's a made-up game, and they're all fake people that don't exist. So, yeah, definitely jump off the cliff and see what happens. Definitely. Every time, I'm like, yes, absolutely do it. That's how you play. That's how you play. Yeah, if everyone's jumping off a cliff, you do it to be cool. You definitely do it. Yeah, 100%. No way you don't. I'm gonna pass and give them the opportunity to make some mistakes somewhere. Oh no. Okay, cool. No. So I think what I need to do here is I need to... Oh, okay. I think I need to hit Torbrand. Yeah. Having in mind would... Wait, sorry. Did I miss something? Definitely get very into character. I do too. If you're not getting into character, I think you're doing it wrong. Any of my characters you have in mind would never. Ultimate trick to cutting onions. Do go on. Nurse is too nervous to see values of life way too much. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yes, knife usage. Knife usage. Find a removal spell for Onyx. Every time I'm pulling these out of the deck. I don't know why people keep putting them in the deck. They're garbo. Garbaggio. No attacks. I'm just gonna eat a scorch spitter, I guess. God. Ugh, this feels horrible. No. They're gonna play Thorburn. No? Okay. Alright, yeah, well, yeah, I'm dead. I'm very dead. Oh my god. It's always cleave. It's always cleave. Yeah. Well, they were playing so many little one drops that I thought it was the Cavalcade list that just won recently. So, but look, we'll run it back. We'll run it back. Nothing wrong with it. I meant to take out those Augur of Balls. Oh well. Bolas is Portuguese for balls, so they are in fact Augur of Balls. This is awkward, but it's a Yorion deck, so I'll be able to churn through and find stuff. I guess it's okay. Wow, can you not? Really? Okay. I mean, I suppose. This is fine, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna get... Oh, it's okay. It's Charming Prince. I was like, not thought a Rager. Okay, this is a setup turn, so I'm gonna scry. I don't care for the one maximized altitude in the deck. That's to go with... That's to go with Rael. Your laptop may not arrive today, but your super value order will. So at least you have ice cream. That's beast. Honestly, in my opinion, that's better. In my opinion, it's kind of crap about that. Let's ship these. Get some cheap crap going. Where were you? Where were you? A notification from Amazon for delivery. What? Nada. Not a thing. Yeah, I'm gonna pitch mountain. Haha! Motobug! Let's go. Alright, yeah, come on. Make me discard cards. Let's go. Make me discard cards. Let's go. Looking lovingly out the window. If you leave me now, take away the biggest part of me. Ooh,
I am not losing this one.
That's what I imagine you're singing when you're just like looking out the window, or like in that episode of Friends where Joey's like sitting looking real sad, looking out the rain coming down the window, and it pans out, and it's actually just like a window, a glass pane with just like a hose attached to it, and it looks like it's rain. Jan's home.
Just did it bad.
Jan did a bad thing apparently. I'm okay with another one of those. So smack.
Only time.
That scene is so funny, isn't it? Dancing around the house. She's dying off over here apparently. She's like, oh, Leanne bought lots of freezers. Is some of it ice cream? Oh, some of it's ice cream.
I was thinking that if you want, you could have one now that might actually help with space.
I literally, yeah, I was gonna be like, Tara literally just said that unfortunately, even though her laptop won't arrive today,
Yeah.
their super value order will, and at least they'll have ice cream. And I was like, oh, I love ice cream. So looks like we're getting it. Do I opt here? I don't think I do. I think I just
I also find you gluten free stuff.
pitched the Sprite Dragon, I think.
So
Very nice, very nice. Got more stuff, very nice looking stuff. That's a terrible card here. Oh my god, big wall attacks. Stuff like sulfuric acid will cause you to cry. Now you put 2 spoons of baking soda in a baking dish full of water and then put the onions in the water. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, this is beast. This is beast. Let's get it going. Get on here. It's gone over. Let me cast something without paying its mana cost. Let's cast Shag it. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see what's there. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's go with opt. Let's just opt. It's not a big thing, but it's a thing. It's an extra card in hand, so that's fine. You've been playing and enjoying Dark Souls. Hello. Talk to me more, Baron Zaya. I'm all in on this.
Masochist.
Yeah. Yeah, so lol, get wrecked. Okay, here go Phoenix, go bin. So when I say that I play Dark Souls, yeah. So I've played over 1,000 hours in Dark Souls 1 alone. I've played, I would say, about 200 hours in Bloodborne. And then Dark Souls 3, I'd say I have about another 700 hours maybe. Thank you. And then, oh, that's bad. And then Dark Souls 2 is probably the smallest out of the Bloodborns. But I do need to play more Bloodborne. I actually do. But honestly, Bloodborne's the hardest. Bloodborne is so hard. Shields don't exist. It's like, yeah, it is. You have that hunter feeling of kill or be killed. That's exactly what it is. Hopefully we can get something good off this. Let's go. Pitch this. Partners, High Key Obsessed, played about 400 hours across stream of Bloodborne. Yeah. It's good. It's good stuff. It's real good stuff. How did I find Sekiro? Sekiro was shit hard. Shit hard. I actually gave up. I'll be honest. It's the only Souls-like game where I've given up. I got to the big friggin' angry monkey and I killed it, and then it literally just, spoiler alert, literally came back alive and went, lol, fuck you, I'm harder now. And I'm like, cool. I tried it like 15 times and was like, you know what, I'm good. I'm getting bet to bits here. I did really enjoy it. The aesthetic is amazing. But also, oh, so hard, so difficult. The boss in the middle of it, the one that's like you go into oh, they have a thought eraser or something. No? Okay. Oh snap. They had. Those guys 3 cards and I'm gonna draw 3. This is gross. They had what was it again? Is the one that's up in the middle of the thing, and it took. You had to get. It was the one of like, oh, it's gonna make you quit. It like this is the one where this is the boss that separates the real players from the whatever. And the I'll tell you, I spent like 2 or 3 days beating it, and could not for the life of me beat it. And basically what you had to do is you had to do basically rhythm perfect. It's like Dance Dance Revolution Dark Souls version. You had to basically, you know, block, parry, jump, block, parry, jump, hit, and like repeat that like 50 times at like stupid speeds. And it was just such a nightmare. It was so hard. You're gonna have to bear with me though, because if I don't eat this ice cream quicker, it will melt all over me, and that becomes a very different type of stream. So let's try and avoid that, shall we? Samurai Rhythm Paradise. I'll just give up on a Patreon and just start an OnlyFans where I put desserts all over myself. We'll call it OnlyFlans. I'm real funny. I'm not. I'm real bad. But also though, can you pay me not to do that? Yeah, it's called Patreon. I'm joking. Baron's Eye likes it. OnlyFlans.
Would you believe I got something that may be able to help with that?
Hmm?
Well, I got a few bits. So,
I swear to God, if you pull out some plans, I'm gonna lose it.
no plans. But, so, what do you call it? I went to Target because
To anyone watching that doesn't know what Tiger is, it's a shop, Flying Tiger shop, started in Copenhagen, was it?
I think so, yeah.
It's kind of like a weird shop that's sort of like a IKEA-ish kind of thing, but also not.
With like hangers. And so a lot of the stuff is 50% off. Today? Yes, Flying Tiger of Copenhagen, that's one. Yeah,
That's one.
Loads of stuff 50% off today because it's first day open and obviously they've got a rake of stock that's like
Uh-oh.
This isn't a fight you can win. Trust me, I have a plan.
Yes, that's exactly how to describe it.
So, first and most foremost,
I'm after spilling ice cream on myself. Sorry.
for working here, what I have bought for myself, hopefully encourage Scott to stick with some appropriate stuff is. Okay, you want to go with get the camera into the face, Scott. Get
Oh,
the
okay.
camera into
Hold
the
on.
face.
Well, what is this? What is this? I haven't seen this.
This is. I'm going to use this during my work hours because Scott likes to chat.
Sorry, look at the other side though.
And it's like, now you can give me tea. So with that, be important. That was 50 cents. Now I
Okay.
don't think I broke it there.
I actually don't shut the hell up, like literally ever. Boop and boop.
And because are nonsensical and websites refuse to use metric, I got us some measuring bowls.
Oh, that measure cups.
Yes.
Wow, that they don't exist here.
So look at him.
Cute little measuring bowls. Nice.
Look at this. This is apparently a quarter cup.
Boy, you
If you
get out of
wish
here.
to surrender now,
You're not welcome, Narset.
keep an open mind.
Coconut bowl, 'cause why not? For bits.
It looks cool. Uh-oh.
Or blue. Baking accoutrement.
Ooh, got some baking stuff. A whisk that's bigger than tiny.
Yeah, I think this was like €1. And then that's a little rubber spatula. Little rubber spatula. Baby spatula.
I think I'm gonna have to kill this Narset because I literally can't do anything with that out.
Peter.
I have reached my limit.
Leon's gotten all sorts of stuff over here. Apologies, I'm making weird ice cream noises all up by the microphone here. Slurp is slurp.
Cheap frames.
Oh, can you stop, you horse, you? Fairy time horse over here. Ah, you kidding me? He's pitching 2 parts.
Love.
I'm known for my excellent timing. Nothing.
Me ASMR. A cathartic reunion would be like 15 out of 10 right now. No, I said cathartic reunion. Close alphabetically, but not quite. Alright. So hold on. What can we... What if? Alright, what if? We... So I can Sprite Dragon blitz this. Leg it. Or I can just Sprite Dragon mutate. Can I do that? Is that's 4 mana? No, I don't have enough for that. Okay. clearly superior. Oh, Leanne did herself a treat. Oh, she got a plasma ball. I think I'm just gonna play Sprite Dragon. Boop. Boop. Yeah, Leanne's over here buying all sorts of mad stuff. Mad stuff. Ooh. Yeah, I got me vinegar. I've been pickling things because pickling's a real summery thing, and it's nice. I made pickled shallots so far. Shallots, whatever you want to call them, doesn't matter.
You might be able to use this.
Mmm. That looks real good. It's a jar. Hmm? Oh no. I'm gonna look at some spoilers after this. But Sad Robot's cool. I like that. This is weird and I don't like it. So if I mutate onto this. New art, sweet. I want to see some more Sad Robot. I think Sad Robot is like something that should probably, honestly, actually just be in standard all the time. Because it'll be good for Brawl. And it'll fill curves on like weird decks that sometimes may or may not need them. Now as an additional cost, we get to discard a card. Let's go to combat. Let's go to combat. This may not race them, but we might get there maybe. In case anyone's wondering, by the way, that was a mint chocolate magnum and that was class. I do love me some mint chocolate. I would normally, like, I know a lot of streamers would normally have like a, you know, a gameplay screen where there's no camera so that like they can eat or do whatever. But yeah, the thing with that is that I don't have one of those set up. So sauce for you. Oh, drawing some cards. Do we vote for Phoenix? We do. Hey, listen, you donkey. What are you doing? Where are my lands, by the way? Listen, get donkey. Yeah. Now.
I was not prepared for this.
Thrill. Discard. This. Go. Give me a land and a... well, I mean, I guess. I guess I'll shock your face. Get some birds into your face. Go, 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 go. Deal with this, please, opponent. Please. I implore you. I implore you. Fight me. They can play Narset dig for a Shatter the Sky. But, like... Is that enough at this point? Because that's their whole turn. And then my opponent doesn't know that my hand is slow and clunky, but you know, you made it below 300 emails in the work inbox. You should talk to her. Yeah, she's down to like 20 or something. That's a win. That is a win. You know what feels good? Beating blue-white control. You know what feels real good? beating like Bant Ramp or like any of those other like egregious decks. Honestly, I think actually Blue Eye Control is not that bad. And for the most part, I would definitely prefer to play against like Blue Eye Control than against like those fire decks and all that kind of stuff before and stuff. But like the Bant Ramp and stuff when you're playing against them and all that stuff, and like they're just doubling everything and they're like taking all the game actions in the world, and you're like, it's just not though. Like at least with Blue Eye Control, if they've got a bunch of stuff down, they're at like 9 life or something, and then they have like 7 mana open all the time. At least then you're like, my chances are like 1%. So unless it's just like a really important match, like it's a tournament or something, I'm just gonna concede and go to the next one. Like it's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like I'm sitting trying to go for the Pro Tour here. But like when you sit down against like Bant Ramp and like they're playing like Nissan like turn 3 or whatever it is, turn 4, and you get bet with lands, and then they beat you down with those, and then your creatures don't line up with them, and then they tap those to do this and do that, and you're like, yeah, I don't like this. I'm gonna keep this off the power of Cathartic Reunion alone, which I'm probably gonna do on turn 2. Because I can pitch Maximize Altitude and Arclight Phoenix, draw 3 more cards. That basically gets me a new hand. I'm essentially wheeling my hand at that point. I feel pretty good about it. We'll see though. We'll see. Oh. Jump sack, here we go. Alright. Well, that was nice. This might actually be better to run Sprite Dragon out then. I might be able to get better value off of the Cathartic Reunion is what I'm thinking. But also you gotta check their goose. Gotta check their goose. I'd rather get Sprite Dragon out where possible before. I think they're trying to figure out if they can play a Mayhem Devil and have something to sacrifice right now, but I don't think they can. So I think I'm okay. For now anyway. But we'll see. We will see. Good news as well is our LGS is now open again, so we can go down and buy some stuff from our good friendly shopkeep Dave, who needs help. Needs help right now. He'd announced recently there, like last week, that over the next like month or two, they need to have like $6 grand worth coming in order to like stay open. Like that's rough. I mean, I think it's doable. It's rough, but it's doable. But yeah, rough stuff. This is awkward because I'm gonna fix this and this. Submit. Get a counter. See, this is what I was thinking of. I was tempted to play a Mountain and Cathartic Reunion with double red in case I drew an opt, but there's no real way to gauge that. But oh, they only need 5,000 by July 6th. That's not bad. We're good. Oh well, that's only. Oh shit! They've a month to do it. Okay. Big ashore, sweet. Yeah, gonna try and do all I can. Unfortunately I'm broke as fuck at the moment, but I'm trying to get more people at least aware of it. Because like it's weird and annoying because like it's one of those things where they're gonna sack a couple of things here and kill my dragon. That's unfortunate. Yeah, should have gone off the double mountain. Oh well. People have already given him 1,000. That's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. But what's unfortunate about it is that like, if it was to like close it or whatever, there should be no issue with getting it like reopened or whatever because of the essentially there's proof that it works and it's fine. It just had to close as a result of the pandemic, which is kind of crap. But I mean, I think I have to take that, which I don't like, but I have to take it. I think I have to kill this thing before I have an opportunity to do anything. But yeah, it's unfortunate, and like if it does go down, it there is the chance of it opening again. But like, who knows if that's something that anyone, like owner or otherwise, want to undertake? You know. Personally, I don't think it'll be something that many people will be wild on doing. But again, can't really speak for anybody on that. But you know how it is. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attack. And I'm going to... Now, this is weird, right? But I'm going to hit the goose. The reason for hitting the goose is the priest needs 2 creatures, and, well, they don't have anything like that. So now they can't make any more food, so they can't sack more stuff. So... this is at least something, and we can always like flash back to Vadrock onto the Spike Dragon to get the blitz and hit the priest later, so not too worried about it. Doing a bunch of life gain, doing their thing. 87 more emails and you hit your goal for the day. I believe in you, Tara. I believe in you. You got this. You got this. I'm looking forward to my not quite day off, but day off streaming tomorrow, where I'm going to be going for a cycle. Nice old cycle. It's going to be good. Okay, let's see. I think we're doing this. They're just looking at their permits being like, put it over. Let's cast, this. Lol. Yeah, Rick. Anyone listen to the new Lady Gaga album? No. Well, not me, but... Leanne though, probably. I would imagine. Scrying times. I don't actually think Rial does anything here, unfortunately. As much as I kind of want to shove her off, because she's actually like amazing in this deck, and kind of how the deck is built, but. Oh yeah, we were talking about music earlier as well. And I like, in typical tangent fashion, I just went right off of it. How does this work again? Top 2 cards is permanent and put it into your hand. That's real good. Holy crap. Oh, they're gonna sack the Lovestruck and the thing. Yeah, they are. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's fine. That's fine. We have Phoenixes for this kind of resiliency. Having a DJ priest to deal with though, not great. Not great. Yeah, we were talking about music earlier. What have I been listening to recently? What have I been listening to recently? I've been listening to a lot of... Actually, I haven't really been listening to much music lately, because I've been listening to book summaries, which has been interesting. Very interesting. Let's take Thrill. What a thrill. And then let's play this and horse them out. Horse it out. Who do you know? Come on, get in there. Yeah, listen to a couple things, because I feel like I've massively underread books for a long time. I used to read them a lot when I was much younger. I was always more into sort of like fiction and stuff. fantasy and stuff. That's fine. But one of the things is that there are a lot of books that I know about that I wanted to sort of listen to. And the non-fiction kind of stuff, like stuff where you can improve yourself and just gain different understandings and viewpoints and all this kind of stuff, and a lot of that stuff I hadn't done really, so I wanted to kind of check if some of it, and then like audio books are just too long because I can't sit down and listen to it for like 7 hours or whatever, and then but there's like audiobook summaries that are like 25 minutes where it gives you the like it's never going to be as good as the full book, obviously, but it is pretty decent though, all things considered, I don't have the attention span to read books, to be perfectly honest. I don't have that real attention span anymore, strangely. I used to, but yeah, it's weird. It's weird for sure. Like it's as if I need to use my time on other stuff. I have this weird feeling on it. It's very strange, but I guess it is what it is. But they don't have much in the bin. This only needs 4, so if they get one more thing in the bin, they can call it back. It might be worth the trade with Kefnet. We'll see. They can sack a food and then get 2 things into hand here. Trail of Crumbs is a bonkers card. How did that get overlooked for so long? Oh, well, there's a cat. Oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. But I don't think they can cast it this turn, so that's something. Oh, they can. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'd love to get something nice off the top now, like even an opt would be nice. Yeah, this is awkward, but yeah, I think I have to do it. Can I kill them this turn? Let's find out. Let's find out. Can't discard 2 cards, so nope. But I can discard 1. Let's go. Oh, you absolute donkey. Come on. Augur balls all over again. That's so tilting. I was about to be like, don't show me Thrill of Possibility. Because now I can't play and do the... okay. I guess 7 to the face is not terrible. 5 books this year is most... That's a lot of books. I used to read quite a bit as well. Yeah. I don't know what it was. That sort of... Well, no, I know exactly what happened. I started getting into music, and that took up all my reading time. Also, video games. That was a big thing too. But yeah, it's interesting because like I said, those book summary things are like you can't obviously like read fiction and stuff in it because you don't really want to TLDR of like epic works and stuff, you know what I mean? So like but it's more just sort of like books with sort of like concepts and ways of thinking and stuff behind them and that kind of thing, like there was, what have I read so far? Don't sweat the small stuff. That's what I read recently, or listened to recently, and that was good. That actually helped me get less stressed out about little things, which was cool. Always consume so many video games through your books. That makes sense. Yeah, sometimes you do want to TLDR. Yeah. I'm trying to keep my life total out of the range of Mayhem Devil bullshit here, basically. So Yeah, like if you literally go onto Spotify and like search book summaries, you'll find exactly the artist or podcast or whatever that it is, and you'll see it. Like it's, they're very good. They're very good, I must say. Discard this. Please give me something good now. Now 2 pieces of hard gas. Let's go. I said hard gas, but okay, cool. Let's go. Hard gas, hard gas. What part of hard gas are you not understanding? I mean, yeah, but no. A shock might do it. Are you joking me? Oh, wait, no. Ooh. Will this do it? Will this do it? Will this do it? Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. They're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of things to not die here. Come on. Alright, let's get them to figure it out. We did all we could. We'll see if they can get out of it. But yeah, no, I like the doing listening to the summaries and stuff, because like I'd go on a cycle for like an hour and I'd be able to fit 2 summaries in. It's basically 2 books worth of stuff, you know. Just having like the, you know, the one headphone in, the one that's facing the footpath, or the sidewalk, as you American folks would say. But yeah, I don't see my opponent surviving here, but we'll see. We'll see. They have to now have 6 sacrifices to kill Kefnet or die. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, no. That's enough to just survive here, and then they can untap when we die. Ah, I genuinely hate Joan to sacrifice. I know I'm only saying this now, directly after, you know, it's killing me, but I like the Belgari ones. I find them really cool. Yeah, Cornwall, here we go. Oh well. Oh well. Hey, it's all good. Yep, and then they just sack anything, and then we're done. Well, it was close. It was close. But hey, what do we do? What can we do? I'm not into playing long games on standard anymore. Just not. The idea of having like this, you know, blue-eye control versus wreck kind of matchup, like, no, trash. It's absolute trash. Hundreds and hundreds of micro decisions to just end up with a big fist in the face. Like, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. If I want to have nice long grindy games, like I'll go play Pauper, because that's where it's good grind is. To be perfectly honest, I think Pauper is actually the healthiest and best and most enjoyable format currently, by quite a margin as well. Quite a margin. I haven't played now, to be honest. With that said, I have not played personally. Have not played Pioneer or Modern in quite some time.
Do people play Modern anymore?
Oh, people play a lot of Modern, yeah. But I'll keep this even though it's weird and kind of trash, and I'm about to get run over by red. Here we go. Oh no. I would love tea. Yes, please. So, yeah, okay, Steamkin. We're gonna get absolutely forced out of it here. Strangely enough, this might actually be the first time that Augur of Balls is in any way useful. But it's yet to be seen, so they just have the perfect curve. They're going to attack next turn and hit us with an Embercleave. I can feel it. I can feel it. So let's try and prevent that. Let's go here. And then go here. I think this is some of the better stuff that I can do right now. So they could go land cleave, but like, yeah, it's land cleave. I mean, this is what it's here for. There it is. That's okay though. I won't worry about it. Okay. Pitch and pitch. Yep, I was supposed to get a land there, but oh well. There it is. Yep, no, I'm dead. Oh well. Oh well. See, I don't mind playing against red though, because at least it's over quick, you know. With the long grindy games and stuff, you're like, if you win, you're like, oh, I got there, it feels good. But if you're there for like 45 minutes and you're on game 1, and you know, invest at 1, and then you lose, you just wasted your time. To me, you just wasted your time. And now I know that that's me being personally, you know, averse to the whole ladder system in general, but I mean, it's true for a lot of people. So it is not for everybody, but the people that it is for don't exactly love it for the most part. But again, that's not everybody. I think I'll bottom an opt. I don't think I need it. Build a goosey. A lot of Jund sacrifice going around right now. An awful lot. I think I'm actually just going to shock this goose. I'm going to bottom that. Get the goose though. Want to minimize their potential for advantage here. Also, that's not going to kill a... It's not going to kill a Mayhem Devil. So... Oh, it's not Jund sack. Alright. I think I'm more okay with this now. Alright, we actually hit something. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna hold on to this until next turn, possibly. YOLO, Lord of Getting Big. You got it. Ogre Bolus doing work this time. That might be really nice here, actually. I can discard the 4 cards in my hand. I only really lose the Crackling Drake and I draw a new hand. I think I'm okay with this. Me. Kill this. Boop, 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 boop. The hand kind of just revealed itself. Are you joking? What? Oh my god, no. Oh, channel force into... Oh, what? Are you... Do you honestly feel like this is necessary? This is game 1. This is best of 1. I don't... I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Never before have I gone from, oh, I think I'm in a pretty commanding position, to I can't believe how dead I am. In such little time. I have no profitable block whatsoever. I guess. Yeah? should have blocked Crescent Beast, I suppose, but whatever. That was... What? What? Get all of these out of here. Go away. Go away, land. Yeah, make a spider. Whatever. Okay, okay, cool. All I need to do now is just take 4, 8. Yeah. I think I'm dead. No, I can't beat this. I can't actually beat it. What the hell? What the hell? What is with the spider though? This... What was this about? Like, I understand why it's a good card, but main deckable card? I don't know. I don't know what's... I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm playing Stompy and teching for Phoenix and best of one? Like... Unless it's tech for Team of Wreck or something, but like... It was like big Stompy. I don't know. Why did that work? Because they literally played every card that hosed our deck and was fine with it. Okay, so I know what people are thinking and that this is risky as hell, and you'd be right. This is much better. And I think I'm gonna get rid of... I'm gonna bottom Kefnet, I think. Kefnet has not really proven himself just yet. White, Healer's Hawk. Sure. I think I need to kill this now. Because if this is... It's a Lurrus deck, so it's likely to be the Aura's deck, and if it's the Aura's deck, I know how important it is to kill the Healer's Hawk on turn 1. I should have played Steam Vents tapped, but hey, what are you going to do? Have they got something? Just waiting to go to combat here now. That was bizarre. I still can't get over that last game. It made no sense. Alright, we're getting in there. Let's go. Come on, opponent. Take your beats. Take your beats. This list is weird, and I think I should probably look into changing it around because I'm not sure I... Okay. I'm not sure I like exactly where it is right now. We'll see. Yeah, because like the Sprite Dragon hasn't grown yet. No, I mean like these are all relevant. It's just a kind of an unfortunate hand, but I do feel like we're a little light on actual spells. The Phoenixes don't come back nearly as much as I'd want them to. Not that I need them to come back very often, but it feels like for a deck that's supposed to be incredibly consistent, it's kind of lacking consistency. So, yeah, what are we going to do with all this open mana? Alright, so let's start by pitching Phoenix. And probably drawing more land. Well, I wasn't wrong. So yeah, all right. If I can just Lurrus dead, that'd be nice with this blitz. I'd be pretty okay with this. Okay. So, what I'm... concerned about protection here. Yeah, that's... yeah. Oh, that's very unfortunate. If we had one more spell in the yard, again, really needing the spell consistency here. Feel like we're kind of missing something. After this game, we're going to do two things. We're going to, one, look at spoilers, and then two, try and update this list to look a bit better. Let's pitch in before I make the wrong decision. Let's pitch Mountain. Guess mutate onto this. Over. We'll mutate it a bit bigger. I guess we'll shock upstairs. We're one off. Oh, damn. Oh well. Let's see what they can do. Placing this down. The one off Vadrock has been pretty good though, I gotta be honest. That has definitely impressed me. Don't think we can afford to put the Tri-lands in though. It's fine having the 4 temples in order to, you know, facilitate our mana costs and stuff. But yeah, any more tap lands and you're kind of playing this deck far too off curve. So alright, something guys. Up from bin. And that has vigilance now, so they can just keep swinging in. We could lose here, for real. We could really lose here. So on the Lurus, yeah, they have the three thing combo: the Glaring Age of Solid Footing and Sentinel's Eyes. That's the big one. The reason this is so good is because this gives vigilance, this lets you assign combat damage equal to your toughness, and this gives a huge toughness boost. So it's a nice little wombo combo. Now the problem here, okay, we're kind of screwed no matter what we do, because if we attack here, they're gonna block this. They're gonna gain 2 on this, and then we only get 4 in, which means it's actually 2. Then they can crack back in with 9, maybe more. But if we don't attack, they can just give something protection from blue or red. Maybe I should have used that Thrill of Possibility instead of going upstairs with the shock. I think we know attacks. I think. And I'm going to leave these 2 islands in hand because if we draw a Cathartic Reunion, we won't be able to cast it unless we have 2 cards. So I think we either have to leave everything or attack with everything, because if we attack with just Vadrock and leave the Drake back, the Healer's Hawk can block the Vadrock and outside can give it protection. Then this turn, they can just play outside again, sack it to give Lurus protection and attack in, and then we're way out. But if, at least if we do this, they can only attack with one of them. I think we're locked out. I think we're actually locked out now. Cathartic Communion would actually probably be the best draw. Well, certainly not that. Oh crap, that was terrible. All right, so I guess that means we're gonna do what I said we're gonna do next, which is we're gonna have a quick run through the spoilers that we've seen so far. So let's jump on over. So these are some of the cards that we've seen before already. We've seen these the Teferi's Tutelage, where Mill is now officially a thing, and we saw all these on Friday. Baneslayer Angel, Teferi. This, I think, is possibly the greatest design for a tempo planeswalker that I've ever seen. I actually think it's incredibly well designed. Now, it could, in theory, turn around to be too good and too strong, but the way it works is that nothing it has or does is too good by itself. Now, again, it's different in Commander because you'd be able to activate it 4 times a turn. It could very well be different in practice in general, but we'll see. We'll see. Baneslayer, honestly, don't think actually does enough in Standard anymore. But we've already seen a bunch of this stuff. Quirion Dryad is where we pick up from what we saw before. So Quirion Dryad is a great card. We've all seen it loads. It hasn't been in Standard in a long, long time. But it's really cool. It reminds me of... let me get up Scryfall here. And get... what is the name of that card? It is from Ixalan. It's one of my favorite promo arts. CMC is 2. It is a Merfolk. It gives me awful feelings of this. Deeproot Champion. Deeproot Champion, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. This is like a tempo style creature as well, where you play like a Protect the Queen kind of strategy, where you play this, you protect it, and you just win the game with it. That's kind of what Quirion Dryad sort of does, except it's with colors rather than creature non-creature kind of thing. So I'm excited to try this out in some form. I'm not quite sure how, but maybe this is a mild green splash for like a mono blue kind of tempo-y deck or something. We'll see. This Sumir, which is like people are unsure as to whether it means vanish or eliminate or similar. But it's destroy target creature or planeswalker with CMC 3 or less. This is the card that we needed a year ago, to be perfectly honest, but I suppose better late than never. Indulging Patrician, probably going to be good in Commander. Maybe Brawl too. 3 mana for a 1/4 with flying and lifelink. And at the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life each turn, or this turn, each opponent loses 3 life. It's fine. I'm going to skim over some of these things because they're kind of old at this point, but Chromatic Auri, this is going to be weird in some Commander decks. I don't think any constructed format wants this for, well, basically any reason. Because if you're playing it with 7 mana, you're either ramping it out really quickly so you can do better stuff like play Ugin, or you're playing Tron in Modern, so you're just going to jam a Karn or something instead. But if you can cheat it into play, maybe. But it's been, for the last decade or so, maybe more, it's been very hard to cheat artifacts into play because, well, they worked out that artifacts being able to be played in any color or whatever is kind of broken, so they try to minimize the power that, or the things you can do with them. Gadarac the Crown Scourge is one fugly ass dragon. Gotta say, real ugly. Got some good power though, because like 3 mana 5/4 lines up roughly with what's it called? Why is the name gone off the top of my head? Lovestruck Beast. Similar kind of thing. However, rather than having the adventure where you can make a 1/1 and having 5 toughness, this is 4 toughness, but it also has flying. It is legendary, but at the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each non-token creature that died this turn. That's really good, especially if you put it in with something like, say, Deafening Clarion or something, because this can come out, you kill everything except for it. You get a bunch of treasure tokens. You can then hold up mana with those said treasure tokens, and if they do anything, you can interact, and if they don't, you have a 5/4 flyer for 3 mana. It just seems pretty good. It seems pretty good. I think this is being slept on a bit. Next, this is just a 5 mana Mayhem Devil. You're good. It also doesn't trigger on opponent sacrifice and stuff, so it's not that good really. I talked about this on Twitter already. Pack leader is obviously best doggo.
Great job.
Best doggo indeed. And also, like, if you take the Lord part out of it, a 2-mana 2/2 is fine. It's fine in like a little aggressive deck or something. But whenever it attacks, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn to dogs you control. That includes itself. I know the Lord effect doesn't, but this does. So it's basically got attacking indestructible, which is pretty good. Now I know it can just still get hit with a shocker or whatever, but not really the point. The point is it's much better than just a 2/2. But yeah, it's really good. Oh yeah, I forgot about the tea.
But it didn't pour it, so not so bad.
Primal Might is just a strictly better prey upon, because, and this is really good. I was watching SPMTG's sort of review of some of these cards, and his point was very good in the sense that this is better than prey upon, not because it has the ability to pump it to fight something, but the ability to just pump it anyway. So if you're playing against a control deck and they've no creatures, this doesn't have to fight. It fights up to one target creature, so you can just give it a pump and attack. Which means that it's main deck green fight effects that actually still work in control matchups, which is fantastic. So I like this. I like this quite a lot, and I think this is going to be a great addition to Stompy style decks, and it might actually make stuff like Sir Farron better for those strategies. I can't remember exactly how to spell it. There we go. Sir Farron the Hengehammer. Green 2/2. Whenever it attacks, attacking creature gets +X to land a turn. So what you can do is you can use Primal Might, say like X equals 3, make him a 5/5, make him fight something, then attack, and then give something else +7/7. Like, that's insane. So yeah, I'm in on that. Sorry, not +7/7, +5/5. But that's still insane. Now, Llanowar Visionary makes me real sad. And the reason that Llanowar Visionary makes me real sad is that, let's think back like a year or two to Standard, where three biggest decks were like Scarab God control, like the blue-black control or whatever, Temur Energy, and Mono Red. Rogue Refiner was banned. Now I know it was because it was an enabler, but I'd like to point out that Rogue Refiner was banned, and in my eyes is a worse card than Llanowar Visionary, and now we're looking at Llanowar Visionary and going, this is probably just shite. That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks a lot. But one thing that I will say that makes me a little bit okay about it is that because it's a common, this is just better, quote unquote better. It's arguable. Black is probably a bit better than green in this kind of thing, but in Pauper, this is a better Phyrexian Rager because it taps for mana. It does draw you a card. You don't lose the 1 point of life. So I kind of like it. I might end up changing mono black control into green black, and that means, yes, running fewer like Gary's and stuff, but it might just have some things available. We'll have to check it out and see. But I'm hopeful for this to see play in Pauper. Maybe. That's probably about it though for that card. So I don't know. Shipwreck Desert, quite like this. It's an Archaeomancer, except it costs 1 mana more, has an extra point of power and toughness, and has prowess, which I quite like. 5 mana though, you're gonna play this, you're gonna play Nissa. Like, let's be real. It's a Merfolk, it's a wizard. It's probably going to go into a lot of commander decks, I would imagine. But yeah. And then Reign of Revelation. Here's a huge. This is huge to me. Is a huge indicator because of the power level that we're looking at here. Because this was in Modern Horizons originally. This was in Modern Horizons, and now, and that was designed to basically up the power level of Modern. Like, let's make no qualms about it. That's exactly what it did. And sorry to anyone that obviously can't read it or hasn't seen it before, I can't remember the card. It's draw 3 cards and then discard a card, and it's at instant speed. Now obviously there's a million and one ways in which to mitigate the discard a card being a downside, but like, this is probably the best 4 mana draw spell in Standard in a long time. I'd say since like Glimmer of Genius. I would say it's probably the last time a card like this has been good. But yeah, it's worth bearing that in mind. Any kind of card draw spells and stuff, this is very good. Jessica Elder's reprint, Nunchuk Nana is cool. I mean, like, I'm definitely going to try and make a prowess deck happen. By the way, I'd like to also point out the prowess is so good. I love prowess. I'm so happy it's back. Bad Deal is a bad card, so I'm just going to skip on. I can't remember what half these cards do, so let's talk about them individually. So they have it down here as Maleficent Scythe, but honestly it's probably Malevolent Scythe. But it enters the battlefield with a soul counter and can equip for 1. An equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each soul counter on it, and whenever an equipped creature dies, you put a soul counter on the scythe. So where is this going to see play? Well, there might actually be enough stuff now for an actual non-Lurrus based mono black sacrifice deck, and this could go in there because this is just a way to make any little tiny creature that you top deck late game huge potentially. Now obviously this card's made garbo by stuff like Teferi, because if Teferi just bounces this, it's like, I'll get wrecked, whatever. Okay, cool. Excuse me, got a hiccup. I think it's interesting. I don't know if it's going to see much play. I'm going to open up a couple of these actually. These here. So next one up, it's down as Tidalwell. We don't know the proper name, but it's 7 mana 7/7. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-0, and it's got pseudo weird cool kind of sleight of hand cycling. So it's 1 in a blue, and discard this from your hand to look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put 1 in your hand and the other in the graveyard. I like it for that ability. I like that it can be used to help dig and to find stuff, but at the same time, if you top deck at late game and you need a threat or a blocker or something, you kind of just have it. So I really like this. Also, it's card draw that is uncounterable, which is good, unless they're playing Tail's End, but like, you shouldn't be playing Tail's End anymore. It's never bad. But anyway, I think it's cool. Not much else to say on it, but I do like it. Cryptic Masterpiece, apparently. This is the reincarnation of Treasure Map, except we kind of got a couple things kind of wrong on the way. Sort of. But basically it's 2 mana for an artifact. You can tap and put a page counter on it to scry 1, or you can pay 2 and tap and put a page counter on it to draw a card. And whenever it's got 4 or more page counters on it, you exile it and gain 4 life. So it's fine. As hinted here, it's an awful lot like Sunset Pyramid was back on Hour of Devastation, but it's also kind of like Treasure Map as well. So it's a weird one. I think it's going to see play mostly as an enabler for more janky decks, we'll say. But it seems cool. Next up is possibly the best effect of this type that we've ever seen, Necromentia, which is 1 black for a sorcery, and it's an Unmoored Ego effect. Choose any card name other than the basic land card. Search their graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with that name and exile them. Then they shuffle their library, but then they create a 2/2 black zombie creature token for each card exiled from their hand this way. So I would sooner give my opponent a 2/2 zombie token than a new card. So this to me is fantastic. It's really, really good. It doesn't force you, like Unmoored Ego, to be in both blue and black. It's black only, and yeah, it's good overall. It's pretty good. I gotta say, I like it. It's probably gonna see more play than Unmoored Ego, but with that said, Unmoored Ego, if that starts seeing play, something's wrong generally. Now, Consecrated Veteran. This is I'm gonna hinge on this being a good card, but I'm not 100% on it yet. So people are saying this is a fixed Adanto Vanguard, and to a degree I agree. It's 2 mana for a 3/1, very, very similar, except you can use 3 power when it's blocking instead of just attacking. But you can discard a card at instant speed to tap it and give it indestructible till end of turn. Yeah, I mean, yeah, here's the thing. You would sooner pay 4 life in almost every circumstance except against aggressive decks to give it indestructible or whichever. But with this, right? With this is interesting because this is better against aggressive decks. And the reason I say that is because if you go like, oh, what happens if they point a shock at this, and you discard a card and tap it, and now it can't block. Sure, that's fine, but they had to pay mana and a card in order to just make it not able to block. That's pretty reasonable. Now, with that said, you're also down a card, so it's fine. I think it's fine. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt for now, but I'm not convinced. Discarding a card is huge cost. Also, tapping it, not great. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I'm not convinced that it's going to see play, but stranger things have certainly happened. Now we've got Rewind. Counter target spell untap up to 4 lands. Yet another reason why cards like Wilderness Reclamation should probably just not be in the format. Probably just should not be a thing, to be perfectly honest. So you can play like the idea with this would be play Wilderness Reclamation, go to my end step, untap my lands, hold up Rewind, counter something with Rewind, untap the 4 lands, then cast something like the Reign of Revelation where you draw 3 and discard a card. You are turboing through that deck. You are bursting through it. Like it's I don't know. I'm not convinced that this is what we need right now. I see it slotting right in there. And the same with Flash decks. Flash decks would love this. Have you any idea? Like just 2 of Rewind. Sure, 4 mana for a counterspell. Sure, whatever. That's bad. But if you only 1 or 2 and you get to 4 lands and you're like, all right, 4 lands, go. And then your opponent goes, cast whatever, Nissa or something. And then you go Rewind, untap those lands. Also, flash in Nightpack Ambusher. Or, untap things and then they try double spell through you and then you're like Frill Mystic. Like, I don't know. Like, now I could just be totally off base here. It could just be totally wrong and Rewind sees no play. But untapping lands historically is pretty good. We don't really have ways to abuse it, like lands that tap for multiple mana apart from the Lotus Field, but like I don't see that being where you're going to do something like Rewind, but I don't know. Also, Fungal Rebirth, again, like I said, last night I watched SBMTG and his sort of review of a lot of these cards, and I think I'm with him on this, that I don't think Fungal Rebirth is as good as people think it is. Like, you return a permanent card and instant speed from your graveyard to your hand. That's cool. But if a creature died this turn, you create 2 Saproling tokens. Like, I could see this going in and helping to create the green-black sacrifice deck, making that a little bit better for when Casualties of War is no longer good. Because sometimes Casualties of War is just a Garbo card. Like, for example, now the Fires is gone. It's not very good. Like, you're not going to be blowing up a Planeswalker and an enchantment and a land and all this stuff. You might get 2 things. But for 6 mana, it's hefty. It's certainly hefty. Especially when cards that counter things exist or Ether Gust exists. So, when cards like that are bad, you need other cards to be good. And I think Fungal Rebirth can kind of fit in there. Like, you can have the Cat Oven combo going, right? You use the Cat Oven combo and you do the sack and the thing or whatever, and then you can like sack a bunch of stuff to DJ Priest and then use the mana from that and a green to Fungal Rebirth, get something that you sacked back, make 2 Saproling tokens so that you can then use it again next turn. That seems like a really cool kind of set of lines. But on the whole, like, people are freaking out, like, claiming that this is like E-Witness, and I'm like, you've never played an E-Witness, have you? Like, the power of E-Witness is you can flicker it, you can bounce it back to your hand, you can do it again, you can regain value from it. But Fungal Rebirth, this is a one-time use. Now, You do make some tokens if something dies. But you kind of have to build your deck in such a way that this will incidentally want to be in the deck. You don't build a deck and then go, oh, let's put some fungal rebirths in here because they're just good cards. That'll never happen. But anyway. Next up, Carrion Grub, 4 mana for an 0/5 insect. What? It gets +X/+0, where X is the greatest power among creature cards in your graveyard. This makes me unsure on my ability to evaluate some cards sometimes. Because you can do things like, you know, put an Uro in the bin and then play a Carrion Grub, and now it's a 4 mana 6/5. That's pretty good. That also mills 4 cards, which enables that Uro to then come back out, which then changes the power and toughness of this. So you can see that there are a number of factors and variables in that kind of deck. But you can also just do one where you have that big, was a 16/16 worm or something. You just have that mill over and then play this, and it's like a 16/5, whatever. Deal with this immediately or you lose the game on the spot. Like, I can see that kind of stuff happening, but not convinced. Not convinced. I'm certainly going to try it with stuff, but like, not quite there just yet, I don't think. I can't remember what this is. Spiked Megalodon. 7 mana for a 5/7 with hexproof, and whenever it attacks, scry 1. This is going to be awful in limited, and by awful I mean like powerful. It's not going to see play in Pauper because literally no one has ever spent 7 mana on anything other than Tron players, because you can't. Like, Counterspell is legal in the format. You can't be paying 7 mana for something like this. And yeah, actually it's an awful lot like Stripe Riverwinder, which also has hexproof, except this is cycling, so this can go into a deck like you can cycle this on turn 1, and then turn 2 you can exhume in Pauper. But yeah, no, don't see it being any good. Tide Skimmer, 4 mana for a 2/3 Drake with flying. They look cool, and whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures with flying, you draw a card. So it seems that blue definitely has a very heavy flying thing going on with this set for limited, but other than that, I don't see a 4 mana 2/3 with flying to show up in, well, basically any format really. Let's do a refresh. I'm sure there's been stuff since. Oh, there's been a bunch of stuff. Oh, holy crap. All right, let's see. Fate's Fetters. Okay, we've seen this before. I'm just gonna open a bunch of stuff here. Fate's Fetters. It's an aura enchant permanent. When it enters the battlefield, gain 4 life. An enchanted permanent can't attack, can't block, and its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. So this can just shut down planeswalkers, which is kind of cool, but it's also 4 mana, and most of the good ones are at 3, which means that you're at a mana disadvantage, which means that they've essentially effectively tempoed you out. So I just don't see it as being good enough. It's cool in limited. I really like it in limited. Then we have Selfless Rescue Dog is apparently the name of it. I'm sure it's probably slightly different based on translation, but 1 white for a 1/1 dog, which I love already. Have you seen this art? It's the best art. And then you can sack it to have another target creature you control gain indestructible until end of turn. I love them. They're fantastic. I really, really like that they're making this set have a lot of dogs. I felt cats got enough love for long enough. So now we get some dogs. And I quite like this one. This one will go into a White Weenie deck without doubt. Which means I might have to build White Weenie all over again. Right after selling it. Then we have Bolt Hound. 3 mana 2/2 with haste. And whenever it attacks, other creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. I like this, and it sort of sits on the cusp of being standard playable in aggressive decks. Like if there was a like a red white go wide deck, this will be my 3-drop of choice, I think. Because if you were able to go like turn 1 the little 1-drop doggo, turn 2 raise the alarm, turn 3 Bolt Hound, you're attacking for 8. Like, that's good. That's good. And then if you draw them in multiples, they just stack, you know? So if you went turn 1 turn 1 doggo, turn 2 raise the alarm, turn 3 Bolt Hound, that's attacking for 8. And then if you just went turn 4 Bolt Hound again, you're attacking for the 8, but then also 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. You're attacking for 14 the next turn. Like, that's crazy good. but I don't know if it'll be good enough. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If there's a go wide deck, I'm sure it'll be good. Now, I don't know if I have seen, well, many of these cards, but we'll have a look. Siege Striker. 1/1 for 3. Okay, with double strike. And whenever it attacks, tap any number of untapped creatures you control. And it gets +1/+1 for each creature tapped this way until end of turn. So it's kind of like Convoke, but also not. Sort of. Because you have to tap them. But it means it doesn't necessarily have to attack alone in order to get some sort of ability. It's going to be interesting and limited. I don't think anything else, really. And I'm not mad pushed on limited, to be honest. So next up, Leaping Augur. 3 in red for an X4 with Trample, Human Shaman. She's looking well. And Leaping Augur's power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Okay. And whenever they enter the battlefield, discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Now, I would certainly be interested in this for something like maybe something like a almost like a prowessy style deck, where we're going to be casting a bunch of little spells and stuff. The downside here is that it doesn't read so much like, now obviously for rarity and power level reasons, it doesn't really read like Seasoned Pyromancer does, you know, discard up to 2 cards, then draw 2 cards. It's draw that many cards, but it would be useful if you're flooding or something, you know, or if you just want to grow the power. So that works too. It's okay. I don't think it's going to see any play really, but it's interesting. Now, some people have been talking about this today, and it's really interesting. See the Truth is 1 and a blue sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. But if you cast this spell from anywhere other than your hand, instead put all of those cards into your hand. So if you, the first thing that people thought of was Snapcaster Mage. You know, just snap, See the Truth, draw 4 cards basically without actually drawing them, so it gets around Narset. There are other cards as well that could be of interest with this, like Dreadhorde Arcanist. If you can give that a pump in any way, you can flash this back. That's pretty nice. You've also got the 3 mana Chandra. You've got Light Up the Stage. This could absolutely end up going into like some sort of like, is it prowess / flashbacky kind of thing. So I'm excited to see how that goes, but I don't know. I don't know. It's weird because it kind of feels like it's not, like the first part is not good enough to be rare. Like if they instead of on the bottom of your library in any order, if that was graveyard, I'd be like, that sounds right. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I could be just wrong again, you know, but this one, Elder Gargaroth. So this is 5 mana, 3 green for a 6/6 beast with vigilance, reach, and trample. And whenever Elder Gargaroth attacks or blocks, you choose one. Create a 3/3 green beast creature token, gain 3 life, or draw a card. Now, this is sad. This is quite sad. As to the power level that we're at currently and how it's too damn high. Because all you need to do is just compare this to Uro and then realize that we're probably in the worst timeline, to be honest, like, but all things considered. But you know, this is an indicator of sorts that, like, you can't possibly know that Uro is another mythic in the format, right? Another mythic in the format. You've spent your mythic rare wildcards on this, and then seriously actually just casting this against an opponent and have them try and take you seriously. Like, you can't. Like, the amazing amount of value that Uro accrues is far too great in comparison to, well, I'm going to spend 5 mana on this. It's 2 more than the other mythic. Wait for it to untap and then get my value. Whereas with Uro, you get all that value often 2 turns earlier, if not sooner, and then you get 2 of these on the first time you use it, and then if you can bring him back, and then if he gets killed, you can just bring him back again later. It just, I don't know. This just seems. There's a lot of stuff on this. There's an absolute load of stuff on this, and I think it is a good card, and it's absolutely going to be a bomb rare and mythic and stuff in limited. But this will never see standard play. Never. Not a single copy. Not a single copy. It's terrible. But here's my problem. It shouldn't be terrible. It's because of cards like Teferi and because of cards like Uro that mean that you must have incredible value the second you're played, otherwise you're useless. It means that cards like this that would otherwise be really sweet and really cool can't see play. They just can't. They can't. Like, it's a bad card now, you know? The sooner the power level gets sort of balanced out, the happier I'd be, honestly. So there's that. What else we got? We got Revitalize. 1 and a white instant. Gain 3 life, draw card. I love it. I think it should just kind of be in standard all the time. It's kind of cool. Radiant Fountain. ETB gain 2 life. Also think this should be a standard staple, to be perfectly honest. Then, don't squeeze me.
Sorry, I'm excited.
Then we have Chandra's Incinerator. First of all, this art's badass. 6 mana for a 6/6 elemental. Spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total amount of non-combat damage to your opponents this turn. I love it. I love it. Trample. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, Chandra's Incinerator deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker that player controls.
This is my
Now,
card.
this is a card I can get behind. This is one I like quite a lot.
Been waiting for you to get to this one.
This is pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
this is gonna help with mono red decks.
Yeah, if you skewer
For
something,
sure.
it's already, so it's 3 mana less, and if you skewer and shock, it costs 1 mana. Pretty much. So
Yeah, like I'm thinking if you get like a Scorch Bitter on turn 1,
Scorch Bitter,
and then you get another 2 1-drops on turn 2.
Yeah.
And then on turn 3, you could just play this.
Yeah.
For like 2 mana.
2 mana, yeah.
If nothing has been killed. Like, this is gonna this is scary.
Like, there is a problem if, like, you want to try and get the last bit of damage through, and you top deck this, and it's 6 mana, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's the downside. So I think this would be like, it depends. If it's very burn heavy, if mono red becomes very burn heavy, then I can see Incinerator seeing more play because, or maybe less play, like, because you don't want to have to rely on holding up burn spells in order to be able to cast your creatures. So there is an inherent tension within the design of the card, and I think that was absolutely intentional.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm excited for it. I do think there is scope for it.
I'm inclined to agree that there is definitely scope to have it somewhere, but I don't know. We'll have to see, I guess.
And then we have a Shandy.
Let's have a look. Chandra, Heart of Fire. 5 mana for a 5 loyalty planeswalker. This better be good at that cost. +1. Discard your hand. Whoa. Hate it already. Then exile the top 3 cards of your library. Okay. Until end of next turn, you may play those cards cast this way. Or exile this way. That's fine. +1 to have a shock. Okay. That's okay. And then -9, search your graveyard and library for any number of red, instant and or sorcery cards. Exile them and shuffle your library. You may cast them this turn. Add 6 red. Okay, so when I look at a planeswalker, I have to... The first thing that I do is I try to determine what role it's supposed to play. What is this supposed to do? Is this supposed to be one that wins you the game? Like the... What's it called? Like the 5 mana Teferi, like Teferi Hero Dominaria kind of thing? Or is it supposed to be just value, like Narset? Or is it supposed to be disruption, like Teferi, 3 mana Teferi? And honestly, I don't know where this Chandra is supposed to sit. Like, yeah, is it just value, I guess? Is it just a value planeswalker? Like, you're not winning a game with this anytime. Like, you'd have to +1 this 10 times to kill an opponent. So I don't think you want to be doing that. You discard in your hand. Can you get any value through that? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know about this one. It's cool. It looks badass, and I like the way that they're using some of the new like spellbook frames and stuff. That looks really sweet. Like Barnes I was saying earlier on, but I don't know about this one. I'm not 100% convinced. I have been wrong in the past, but I guess we'll see. We'll see. Chandra's Magmut. This is amazing. Chandra's Magmut. 2 mana 2/2, and it can tap to deal 1 damage to player or planeswalker. Does this see play in Pauper actually?
I love him.
It's great. Because in the case of board stalls, this is just a clock. But is it good enough? I don't know. I'll have to think about this one. Chandra's Pyreling next. 1 and a red for a 1/3 elemental lizard, and whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, it gets +1/+0 and double strike until end of turn. Okay. So in more burn focused decks, this would be really good because you can go turn 2 this, and if it doesn't die, maybe not, and then you just like shock your opponent. It now does 4 damage. And it's harder to block. Like, yeah, I could see this being reasonable. Could definitely see it being reasonable. We'll see. Basri's Lieutenant is next. 4 mana, 3 and a white for a 3/4 human knight. They're both relevant creature types, with vigilance and protection from multicolored. Oh, hello. Protection from multicolored. That's pro Uro, pro Teferi, pro time wipe, I guess. There's a bunch of stuff that this is protected from. And when it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Okay, so it affects the battlefield immediately. That's good. And whenever Basri's Lieutenant or another creature you control dies, if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. Interesting. Okay, so I can see this being good in some form of shell. This could be good for like a curve out style deck. Less of a white weenie, but more of a curve out style deck with like Venerated Loxodon and stuff. So you can put counters on stuff, and then if you get wipes, you just make a bunch of knights. It's slower, but it'd be more resilient to being swept. So maybe that's okay. I don't know. Also, I'm just this Amonkhet planes here. This looks beautiful. I love it. I want more of them. Next. Basri's Acolyte. 4 mana for a 2/3 cat cleric with lifelink, and when it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures you control. Now, if that said up to 2 creatures you control, that would have been good. But I don't think this is good enough, to be honest. For a number of reasons. One is, well, it's 4 mana. There are many better things you could be doing with 4 mana, to be perfectly honest. But I don't know. It requires you to have a board as well, to be honest. It could be good and limited. That's kind of about it. Basri's Solidarity. Yeah. +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Again, works nicely with the Lieutenant. We'll see. Now, Basri Ket. Basri Ket itself. Here he is. 1 white for a 3 loyalty planeswalker. Brand new. From the plane of Amonkhet, an acolyte of Aketra, I believe, and it's got +1. He's got put a +1/+1 counter on up to one target creature. It gains indestructible until end of turn. That's really good. Then -2 whenever 1 or more non-token creatures attack this turn, create that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. This is very aggressive. And then a -6 with an emblem saying at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, then put a counter on each creature you control. That's great. That's really good. This is very powerful. This is a very well designed aggressive planeswalker. There are a few good aggressive planeswalkers. This is one. Honestly, even stuff like Gideon in the Trials and stuff is just not aggressive enough, to be perfectly honest. In for an aggressive style game, you know. Like Gideon Blackblade is probably the closest other aggressive one. Yeah, I like this a lot. If this is where they're going with white and they want to make things like just nice and aggressive, give them +1/+1 counters, make some stuff indestructible, make it generally hard for you to deal with, and then, you know, drawing cards whenever your opponent tries to do good stuff. I'm gonna like white a lot more. I gotta be honest. I'm gonna like it an awful lot more. And then we have Sad Robot as well, which honestly, yeah, I think this should just be in. This is one of those few cards that should be in all formats all the time. Honestly, yeah. It feels incredibly well made and incredibly balanced. I like it a lot. Because it's not even when it leaves the battlefield that you draw a card, so you can't even flicker it to get that value. You have to have it die, which is pretty good. So, yeah, and honestly, I would even actually advocate to have this downshifted to common. I would say that this would be perfectly fine in Pauper, and actually pretty cool. Because it doesn't immediately gain you a card. It does ramp you, but it's 4 mana, and like I said, counterspells in the format, so it's already a little bit of a risk to play this. I think this would be perfectly safe at Pauper. There wouldn't be much of a use for it, let's be honest. There wouldn't be a whole lot of use for it outside of maybe going into the Tron decks, but even then, I don't think the Tron decks would care. Because they don't even play basics. So, yeah, I think it's just a good old card. Good to have it. Let's see if we have any other newbies. Oh, we do. We've 1 or 2 more. I do love a single black instant. That is good. So let's have a look and see what this does. Village Rites. 1 black for an instant. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sack a creature, draw 2 cards. Oh, snap. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, so Mono Black Sacrifice is definitely going to be a deck. That's going to be good because budget-wise, it's going to be very affordable. Because, again, you don't have to buy shocks or anything. Just get a couple of Castle Loctwains, and that's about it. Yeah, I like this a lot, actually. I could easily see this going in as like a 2-of in like a Mono Black Sacrifice deck, because this, like, you sacrifice something anyway, like you're going to be doing that, so this seems fine. Now, admittedly, if your board's wiped and you top deck this, it's going to be a bad card because you're not going to have anything to do with it. But it's rare that you have a battlefield that's empty in that kind of deck, so I think 1 or 2 of this might be good. Maybe? Possibly. We'll have to see. But I'll definitely be trying it. Then we've got Pestilent Haze. 1 black for a sorcery. Oh, choose 1. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn, or remove 2 loyalty counters from each planeswalker. I'll be honest, I wish this was a common. I really wish this was a common. Giving creatures -2/-2 until end of turn is kind of something that black needs in Pauper, to be perfectly honest. It really needs it. Because black's not particularly good in Pauper, like Mono Black Control and stuff. I feel like this would be a great addition. But in Standard, yeah, I think it could absolutely see play because it's good in control decks. It's good against control decks and against creature decks. So yeah, I'd say this is probably pretty good. Yeah, for sure. Let's do another quick check. We can check up over here as well. Got a bunch of all that Planeswalker deck nonsense over there too. So let's see. Check Scryfall, see if we got anything else new. No, they are a little bit behind actually. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, they all seem pretty good. So the set's looking great so far, I gotta be honest. I'm really liking how it's looking. But what I'm not liking how it's looking, Blue Red Phoenix deck. I'll be honest. Something slightly off with this. Something slightly wrong. I have to figure out what it is. The Kevinet's good because it's one of the only creatures that, if anything, has pro red or anything that it can actually survive. Channel Force did not do it for me. I'm going to take at least one out. Maximize altitude and the maximize velocity I'm okay with keeping. The maximize altitude to give flying to Riel just doesn't seem good enough, to be perfectly honest. Doesn't seem good enough. We have 20 lands, that's perfectly fine. Honestly, it does feel like we're a bit glutted at the 4-drop slot more than anything, because this is a 4-drop. Let's be real, this is actually here. So yeah, it does feel like we're off a bit actually. Maybe we do need to get rid of the channeled force altogether, possibly. Let's see what else we can have here. Oh, you know what? You know what, actually? We could change the... we could change the Augur Bolus into Brazen Borrower. Because... Augur Bolus is just going to provide a little bad blocker thing and maybe draw us a card. Whereas Brazen Borrower, sure, it's not great in aggressive matchups, but it is a tempo swing. It is an additional threat. It is a spell, like an instant. Maybe it's the right thing to do. Let's try it. Let's try it. No better way to do things. Give them a go. I've had Royal Scions in here before, and I gotta be honest, I never really felt it. I never really felt it. I tried many times to try and get it to work, but it never really felt correct. The only times that it felt pretty good was when you were giving Crackling Drakes a trample and first strike, but that was about it. And what's our creature count like? 17 and 3 copies of humans is 14. Mutating Vadrock is good, but 4 mana is expensive. Do we actually go with, hold on, instant sorcery count? It's 21. That's real low. Now I know we have to add 2, so it's 23, but that still feels very low. Honestly, I think I'm actually going to cut the Vadrock, and I think I'm going to cut a Rael. So our creature count is still 15. 15 is very high for this kind of deck. Normally you're looking at like 10. You normally got your like 4 Crackling Drake, your 4 Phoenix, and then like 2 Brazen Borrower or something, you know. But let's have a look at the instants and sorceries that we can throw in here and see if there's anything that looks like it should be in here that we are just not looking at right now. This is weird. It's weird. I'm not sure. Oh, did I miss something? Nope. Okay. Like Fire Prophecy in theory seems fine. Because again, it's the kind of deck where you want card velocity to be able to find what you need at the right time. It cares less about card advantage than it does about velocity. So maybe that's the right thing to do. There was a build before where I was running 4 Brazen Borrower and 4 Bone Crusher Giant, and it actually wrecked. It was great. But I don't think it's the kind of thing to be doing here now. What would you be putting in? Because it'd have to be cheap. It'd have to be an instant or sorcery and be cheap. Because if it's not cheap, we can't cast multiples. So what is it? I swear to God, I had Phoenix List before, and I didn't have this much difficulty in trying to figure out what to put in it. Despite having a smaller card pool, which is weird. Maybe we put the 4th Blitz in the main. You know what? I think we get rid of Channel Force, and I think we put in one Chemist's Insight for the synergy here. Even then, I'm not convinced by it, but maybe as an idea. And then, where do you even go from here? Let's put the 4th Blitz in the main. It's over here in the sideboard, so we'll just put it in the main instead. And then guess you could do a Raking Clause maybe. Not really the right thing though, because if you cycle it, you're not casting a spell, and if you're casting this, you're not casting it on like Phoenix's or anything, you'd be casting it on the Crackling Drake, so we should probably focus more on those then, if that makes sense. This is weird. This is weird. It feels very strange that we don't have enough stuff for this, if that makes sense. Like, these are all playsets, bar the maximized velocity, which you don't really want much of. So is there just not enough good stuff in standard for this? Is this how Phoenix is gonna die? Not with a bang, but with a whimper? Is that how this is gonna be? Like, I figured we can put in something like Merchant of the Veil, but like that's not great. Especially if you've no other cards. Like, if you top deck a Merchant of the Veil, it's garbage. Similarly, like, if I could, I would find ways to change these to other cards, because they are not good by themselves. They're really they're textless cards basically. Otherwise, so very weird. How about yeah, honestly, I don't know how to feel about this. I actually don't think we have enough stuff to have this deck be good, which I'm real sad about, to be honest. Discovery Dispersal, I guess. Just a bunch of those. I guess that ups the consistency. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, let's give that a go, I suppose. We'll try it out. Not convinced this is good enough, unfortunately, but we will give it our all. We'll give it our all. Let's see if we can get another couple games in before the end of the stream. The Elder John. Alright, well, our hand looks exactly the same because we didn't change a whole lot, but we'll keep it. Ah, okay, well, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this because this will now kill a Steamkin or a nothing. That works too. Do I actually just want to try and turbo through a bunch of stuff here? I think so. Pitch this and pitch. I'm gonna be real risky about this. Real risky. Getting rid of my blue source, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, we got one. That's fine. That's all that really matters. That's okay. We have a blitz for that, so we're okay. I guess we just take our beats and just hit it. Yeah. Take your beats. I mean, for our opponent to be on turn 4 of mono red, and we've only taken 4 damage. Like, that's pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna have to find the answer to that guy very soon. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Enter tapped. I guess no reason to not just hold it up, I guess. Yeah, we drew all the right stuff. Why did you tap that way, though? Yeah, we don't need more card draw, we need more removal. I suppose we can double shock. Let's start with the discovery. See if we can hit some phoenixes. Nope, only cards I want. Okay, cool. I guess I'll take the Riel. Guess we just shock and shock. Feels hella bad, but this is a nice refuel though, so we can hopefully get there. Okay, Kingpin light up stage, that's fine. Another Torbrand, something to be worried about. Here we go, Riel. Thrill, pitch this, trigger, draw a card, then draw 2 cards. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I'm gonna hold that mountain. Like, I'd like to block here, but I'm gonna go no blocks for 1 shot. Okay. I think we're gonna do it like this. Alright. Now, if we can get something half decent off the top, we can win this. Now, we could also just die to cleave, because there's always a thing. Oh! Oh! We got there! My thoughts in the way I was working this was, if they let this through, we can kill them with the flyers in like 2 spells, maybe 3, if we really need it. So that was okay. That was okay. I'm alright with that. Alright, well. Let's get another one in. That only took 4 minutes. 4 minutes to wreck red. Not bad, not bad. Normally Phoenix decks tend to have a bit of a bad time against red, mostly because of the amount of reach that they have. You know, like, dealing with creatures, no big deal. No big deal. Getting hit in the face for like 10 points of burn over the course of like 4 or 5 turns, no thanks. This is fine though. This is fine. I'll take this. With a Sprite Dragon, I would imagine, at this point, maybe. Alright, yeah, let's do it. Let's get in. It's a cycling deck. Okay, cool. Well, I think I have to. This is super risky, super risky. But what I can do is I can Cathartic Reunion, pitch this and pitch this. Hope to draw another red source. of which we've got equal amounts of both red and you know what? You don't win games by not taking risks. So let's do it. Untap red source, let's go. God damn it. Oh well. You know what? We're probably actually okay. To be honest. We're probably okay. See, this is why you don't play temples in those decks. You're a whole turn behind. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want some good old fast beating. Alright, well, that's off first of all. Oh, tilty, tilty, tilt. Alright, bottom. Untapped red. No. Well, hopefully we can find it. If we find an untapped red here, we've basically won. No! Untapped red. I need it. What a tilt. What a tilt. One temple is fine. Generally speaking, though, you never really want to, like... If you've got one color, the only thing you need it for is actually just casting your creature. Everything else can kind of wait, really. Like this to me looks like a turn 3 play when it's actually like turn 4. I wouldn't be caught dead doing this stuff right now. Okay, hold on. I need to do some thinking here. So if I island discovery, this becomes 6, 7, 8, 9. And I have a shock in the bin. I'm not likely to find another one. I think I'm gonna play it safe. Discovery. Oh my god. I'm actually gonna have to bin both. As awful as that is. Are you kidding me? Hold on. Sprite Dragon, no, Sprite Dragon, I surveilled them over, and the next thing I drew was a goddamn Sprite Dragon. What the, what the hell? Oh. I mean, I can die this turn. If I get... So they can cycle 4 things. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 damage here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess I don't die? I guess I don't die if I go Sprite Dragon now? I don't think, unless I did the maths like very wrong. But if they have a stock list, I don't see how they beat this. Because if they hit another land and cycle 4 things here, this is 4 points of damage off the Drowned Stinger shooting us. Then another 2 from the combat damage from it, so that's 6. And then it was 2 on the Flourishing Fox already, so that's 8. And then 4 more from the cycling, for getting the +1/+1 counters onto it. That's 12. So they can get us to 4. What does that do, though? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, sometimes if you look at the like there, it did look for a bit that was like, well, this is terrifying. Like I can probably die next turn, right? And if you stop and think about it, a lot of the time, maybe not. But also, you can 100% underestimate it as well. You gotta be always do the maths. Be sure that you're wrecked, rather than think you're okay. Cycling, by the way, is another deck, which is a great example, where you can actually just not buy the shocks. Just don't buy them. Just don't. Eggplant, yo. Yeah, you don't need them. You actually just don't need them. Like, they're great to have. They're great to have. Don't need them. You can make a no rare cycling deck, and sure, it's not as good as actual cycling. And short cycling isn't as good now that Lurrus actually costs you money to do, or costs you mana to put into your hand in the first place and all that stuff. So, like, it's fine. No big deal. I don't think I need this. I have enough card draw that I should see my lands. I think this deck draws nearly as many as they do. Now, I wanted to run Sprite Dragon out here, but I can't with a Valiant Rescuer out. Don't give it the opportunity to keep going. Because here's the thing, if they a lot of the time with the cycling deck, they have like one threat in hand. And if they lose that threat, they have to cycle to find another one, which means that they're gonna have to spend a turn doing this. Now, the reason that it's still a reasonable deck while being so fragile like that is that if your opponent doesn't have like if they do have the interaction or whatever, and you lose your creature, you're still cycling and building up towards Zenith Flare, so it's not that bad. So there's that, you know. Make you cycle something now to make a 1/1, which is terrible value for you. Get fucked. Alright. I'm hoping that this turn coming can be a Phoenix turn. Maybe. If we're lucky. If we're lucky. So our Cathartic Reunion will have to draw us a 1 mana spell and then untap mana source. If we can do that, then we're good. So let's try it. We also drew a great card to pitch. So let's go, let's go. Nate, I am still on. Welcome, bud. Not on for much longer, but I'm still on. Okay, this is not going to be a Phoenix turn, but hey, it's okay. I need a land, please. There we go. Let's get you in there. Get you down to 10. Now, they can probably gain 5 life this turn. And if that's what they do, we're probably in trouble. But we'll see. Okay. Yeah, I got right. It was a mono green Stompy deck, and I was like, yeah, playing my Phoenix. Best of 1. And then they just go Arasta of the Endless Web on like turn 4. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I couldn't cast anything. They just kept making spiders. Oh, it was horrible. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm concerned there's not much in the bin, so that's fine. They're miles off of the stuff that they need to do, well, basically anything. So we're gonna Sprite Dragon here. I'm going to Blitz the Stinger. I can outrace lifelink or life gain eventually. That's fine. No big deal. But I can't keep getting machine gun. That's my problem. They're lucky. They've drawn quite a few threats that I've had to answer, which has sort of slowed down my game plan. But exactly, who plays Arasa? I've never seen it in main or side. But yeah, there we go. There it is. Or there it was. Now they could still just Zenith Flare us and we're dead because, well, they could just attack for 3 and then hit us. But or not, as the case may be. Okie dokie. Pitch these. Oh yeah. I'm not slow rolling my opponent, by the way. I want to make sure that I have them dead. Nope. Yep. Let's bounce that. There's one. Sure. Yeah, literally no one plays that card, but it was main deck. Just there, you know. Yeah, got there. I'm loving my little Sprite Dragons. I gotta be honest. I'm really loving them. Have I done spoilers yet? I did. I did the spoilers I'm happy to do just another quick run over them. But yeah, let me just have a look and see if there was anything of note that has popped up in the last little while. Yeah, I'll just do a quick run through basically of sort of the key pieces that we saw either over the weekend or whichever. So hang on, let me just jump over. All right, Bad Deal, best card, so good. It's so good. Have you seen it? That's 4 mana. That's 6 mana 4 for 1. 6 mana 4 for 1. Yeah, so the things that I sort of pointed out, everything here, rewind can be dangerous with flash decks, also Teamer Wreck maybe. This is the best Unworthy Ego effect that we've had. Fungal Rebirth is not E-Witness, it's not as good as people think it is, but it can still play a role and potentially enable Green Black Sack to be a good deck when Casualties of War is a bad card. This, I'm not convinced that this is a good card, but it could be. These two are pretty much wholly unremarkable. Same with these two. Bolthound could make a go wide aggressive deck really good. This dog, it makes me very happy. These two are both probably also not good. I'm glad to see Radiant Fountain and Revitalize in formats in general. I kind of like these cards. They're close to being cards that should probably just be available all the time anyway. Elder Gargaroth makes me really, really sad because it is an indicator as to exactly how unfairly powerful Uro is in comparison to literally everything else. This should be the kind of card where people look and go, oh shit. But it's not. Everyone's just like, well, that's a shit Uro. And yeah, this could be broken somehow. The Incinerator could be good. Can we make 5-color cat dog? I mean, we'll try. This Chandra feels conflicted. The Chandra feels conflicted because I can't really tell what role it's supposed to be fulfilling or playing. The Incinerator should be good. Probably, in my opinion, probably in more red deck wins than burn. Just because you kind of want some decent creatures and stuff, but like, I don't know. It's a weird one and it's hard to tell. Chandra's Pirling might actually be good. Just might actually be good. I'll be honest though. All of this just makes me feel like we're getting Bolt again. I don't know why. This just makes me feel like we're getting Bolt in Standard. I know they said they'd never do that, but they also said they'd never print Llanowar Elves back into Standard again. And rumor has it that Birds of Paradise was supposed to be in this set, but was actually then pulled because it was apparently leaked at some point. I'd heard that like a day or two ago. But anyway, I like Basri's Lieutenant and Solidarity, and Basri himself. Very, 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 very good design at an impressive, aggressive Planeswalker. I really like this design. I really, really like it. If this is how White's going to be going forward, I'm pretty happy with the directions they've taken. I want to see Sad Robot in all the formats, simply. Sad Robot should actually even be, as I said earlier, even be in Pauper. Because it's not like you look at that and be like, that cannot possibly be a common. Because almost everything that's on it has essentially kind of been at common at some point anyway. And then people being like people can't even make the argument that this would be good in like Tron or something, because Tron doesn't even run any basics in Pauper, so it's fine. This could be good in like a mono black sack deck. It's sack a creature at instant speed for 1 black and draw 2 cards. And Pestilent Haze is the kind of card that should have been put a common, to be perfectly honest. That's kind of all we got so far. And that's kind of all we are doing. They're all the updates I've seen anyway, but let's see if there's any more in the meantime. Nope, nothing new. Nothing new. But sure, look, I'll be back. Oh, hold on. We got something. Oh, is it not store? Mastery. Okay. Oh, let's see if we got any deals. Any stonks? Nope, no stonks. We got a mastery thing. I haven't been keeping track of this mastery thing, and honestly I don't see the use for it, but let's put it I don't know, there. Wow, the FPS on that is abysmal. Alright, so that is going to be pretty much it for myself today, but I will be back on Wednesday. We will be going through more spoilers. We will be chock full of spoilers by that point because I'm not on tomorrow, Tuesday. Means that I won't be doing some analysis on it tomorrow, so we'll have a whole day's worth, the remainder of today, and whatever we see on Wednesday. So let's be ready for that. Let's be ready. What do people hope to see? Let me know. Let me know what you think. We should hopefully. What are you hoping to get? What are you hoping to get? What do you want to see in this set? Personally, I think I'd be all right with Bolt. Yeah. I don't think it would be too good. We might have to be kind of careful about how good red would get, but honestly, it's an extra point of damage on burn. Like, is it really that good anymore? Like, it's still a freaking powerful card and has been for the last 27 years, but like, you're looking at Uro and you're like, you're actually telling me that Bolt's not good enough with a straight face? Okay. But I digress. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming along today. I will be back same time on Wednesday, 2 p.m. Irish time, and that is it for now. If you're not yet following me over on Twitter, please do so. If you're not following me yet on Twitch, please do so. And if you're not yet following me over on YouTube or subscribed on YouTube, please do so there too. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. It means a lot. You're helping to build towards my minimum number of watch hours so that I can actually start earning money on YouTube, because despite my best efforts, they still don't think I do enough or people watch enough to warrant using my channel for advertising in any way, shape or form. So helping me out with that would be great. But yeah, there's a pinned tweet on my Twitter with all of my details and stuff on where to find me or where to support me and all sorts of stuff there. So feel free to check that out. But until next time, everybody, thank you very much for coming along. Take it easy, stay safe, wash your hands, and keep on jacking.